Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Give me 6 movies that would, if you post it, would describe your personality. Johnny, go. Give me 6 movies that would.
That's cool.
Give me 6 movies right now that would describe your personality. It could be black or white. It could be either one. It doesn't have to be all black.
No, I'm trying to think of movie titles.
Here you go. Come on, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be you get it in the
Off the cuff.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Come on.
Off the cuff with John. I gotta overthink everything.
No, I don't. I gotta make sure I get the title right. I just name titles. Every time I gotta name something, they always put pressure on me to rush me. I can't even name something. But
my 5 movies would be Amistad, Do the Right Thing.
Hello.
Hey, Bree.
Malcolm X. Soul Plane. And remember that's my personality right there.
Those 6 movies.
That represents my my personality.
Are you serious right now?
Angry black athlete.
Can you be serious? No, please do that fucking list, dude.
No, okay. 5 movies that you said 5 or 6?
6.
Okay.
6 movies that would describe your fucking personality.
6 movies that would describe.
I'm gonna give you examples.
I got one.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna give you an example, right? So the girl at work, her 6 movie was How to Be a Player, because she strived for that. Holiday Heart, because she had a very, very strange past.
She was a crackhead?
She was the daughter. Oh. Relax. All About the Benjamins, because she's all about her money. Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking juice in the hood, because she never wanted to be a detrimental in the hood. Friday After Next, because she's just pure comedy. And Crooklyn. Yes.
All right, mine would be Do the Right Thing.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm always pro-black, trying to, build my people and shit.
Okay.
School Days. Because I identify with Ice Cube's character and shit. Just a real nigga trying to do real shit. The Wood. Because even when I'm serious, I'm funny, right?
Okay.
Get Rich or Die Trying. Because that's how I live. And when I'm right, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. And sometimes when I'm wrong, I know I'm right. Because I should be right when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
That's 4.
Also, Blade nigga. I'm Blade, saving niggas in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Real nigga trying to save his neighborhood from blood-sucking vampires. Mm-hmm. And 6, it would probably be Warrior, man. Building my team, trying to lead my crew. You Swan. Well, you ain't even Swan, nigga. You that nigga with the pony, with the fro that got stabbed. The little young nigga.
All right, that was your 6.
What was his name? Rembrandt. Yeah, you were Rembrandt.
Oh my God. Okay, Johnny.
Rembrandt got stabbed? Did he get stabbed?
He got cut.
He got cut by the girls when she stabbed him.
Yeah, he did. No, well, stabbed and cut 2 different things.
Yeah, cut him.
All right, ready, John? Go.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's supposed to be serious, yeah? Why do you pick Dumb and Dumber?
Because I feel like sometimes I am a smart... Doofus. Oh, I'm a dumb, smart person. There we go. Not smart person.
I could agree with that. Okay, go ahead. Second one.
I'm a dumb, smart person sometimes.
Okay, go ahead. Second one.
I'm a dumber. Oh, what's the fucking name of that movie? All right, that comedy. No, not that. The Dumb and Dumber. I had the other movie. I'm sorry, guys.
What's smarter,
Huh?
intelligent or dumb smart?
Dumb smart is more intelligent than intelligent.
Oh,
Okay.
John, you mess up every game. This was supposed to be on cue. Just come up with 6
Well, I don't
fucking
know.
movies.
Sometimes, like I said, that's why Dumb and Dumber is perfect. That shit all be in there when I put me on the spot.
You don't have 6 fucking movies that you can name that connects to you? Okay, so I'll go. Because after this, you better have your fucking 6.
I got one. So.
One, I would say you have to have 6. One is Waiting to Exhale, only because, you always got to wait to exhale in your life, right? 2, Loving Basketball, fighting for the love of my life.
She was a dumbass. Michael was dumb.
3, Friday, because I feel like I just got knocked the fuck out every day I come from work. That's a good one. That is a good one. Hunger Games. I feel like we out here and the odds are never in our favor.
We are definitely living in a Hunger Games.
Number 5, Juice. I feel like there be snakes in the grass. There's always somebody trying to take your spot. 6, I'm gonna end on a good note. I feel like Low Dirty Shame. Dirty Shame. I just feel like, actually, I'm gonna take that back. Number 6 is gonna be More Money. I feel like I'm always out here trying to hustle my way to get more money. So those are my 6. See, John, you can't do that shit. This nigga's looking up movies. I can't. I fucking can't.
Like, what movies I
fucking
didn't represent
No,
me?
I just needed a list. I just needed a list of movies. I just Googled a list of movies.
John, I did that shit.
What type of movies though?
Oh my
what
God.
type of movies did you Google? You can't say movies.
No,
Yeah,
I did comedies and I just deleted comedies and had a whole list of movies. I just have a whole bunch.
But you see how the movies represent me and what I'm going through? It's supposed to represent you. So, okay, ready? First movie you said was Dumb and Dumber. Second movie?
Oh, let me get. Oh yeah, perfect. I got one. Let me get Paid in Full.
Explain why Paid in Full is your second.
He took Get Rich or Die Trying, so I want to be paid in full. Why can't I get my money?
Okay.
Everybody got money movies, right? I can't chase money. God damn.
Go to your third one, John, because you hit me up.
Everybody got career, so I can't go.
No, I just want to know, you supposed to explain why. So Paid in Full is yours because you trying to get money, you hustling. Okay. Third one.
Oh my Lord. What's the name of that movie? Oh, fuck it. Oh, okay. This is a funny one. I don't think it's the name of the movie, but this is off top due to my introverted personality. I don't like going outside. Let me get one Bubble Boy. That's the name of the movie.
Yep, that's the movie.
That actually really describes your ass.
let me get Bubble Boy.
That really describes his ass, though.
Little Nicky.
I love Little Nicky, but that's a little devilish. I believe in God.
Yeah, he's a man of God. So don't be throwing that on him.
Right, that's right.
Go ahead, number 4.
I gave you that 3. So I gave you Dumb and Dumber, Paid in Full,
Bubble Boy.
Sometimes I'll just be slow, so let me get. All right, so I got Dumb and Dumber, Paid in Full, Bubble Boy. Let me get Water Boy. Sometimes I feel slow. Sometimes.
Yep.
I feel slow.
All right, fifth one.
All right, so I gave you 4. I need 2 more movies.
Is John like this on OSA too?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, I'm telling you, bro, my
Let's
brain
see.
scrambled.
You
That's
should
why
have seen how long we was playing the game last night.
the
I
game was
heard
not that
y'all.
long. The game was not that long. All right, so I'll give you
2 more. All I need is 2 more.
let me get oh, how I feel. Let me get Rocky. I always feel like I am the underdog, so let me get Rocky.
That's a good one.
Was Rocky an underdog? I thought he was like top dog.
No, Rocky was originally.
Originally the underdog? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in the first Rocky movie, he was originally the underdog, and then he became,
And Rocky's the everyday man champ. Like he's the guy you root for because he's
Got you.
he's the
Okay.
regular guy.
Okay, that's 5. Now you need 6. You can do it. You can do it.
Let me get for the last movie, let me get no, I don't want to do that one. I can pick a
I got a movie glossary open.
no, I don't. I really don't. My
They
phone.
got Gone with the Wind.
Open shit.
Titanic.
all those movies literally came off the top. I googled comedies. No, the other comedies that came to my mind was really what came to my mind. There wasn't the Bubble Boy wasn't one of the original ones. I need one more movie. For me, no, that's horrible. Oh,
Just say it.
What?
Tu Wong Fu.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Crying
like
Game. The Crying Game.
That's my hip for my hand. Come on, John. You need one more. Right there.
I'm gonna go with
Rent.
I'm gonna go with off influence of a movie I heard from one of y'all, but not a movie. Y'all didn't say this movie, but off a movie I said. But I'm gonna go. I think I'm saying the title right. Survival games. I'm gonna survive out here, man. Living every day, surviving.
What the hell is that?
The Ice-T when Ice-T plays the homeless man, and like the rich people like kidnap him.
Oh, yeah.
Take him to the woods and try to kill him.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. I don't know if that's what it's called. I don't remember.
And or you could do the Little Richard story.
Or
That wasn't a bad list. It was. It took you 4 hours to get it, but it wasn't.
which I did. But I think I picked a good list. But if y'all was to take one movie out of my whole list, what movie I would take out?
Oh. It's your list.
Well, let's get it.
Yeah. Welcome to this brand new episode of another City Opinion podcast. It's your boy John. My co-host Bree is back.
I know y'all missed me. I know. Other viewers are gonna come back because I'm back now. They tired of seeing y'all niggas on here. And I mean men.
You're the star. Yeah. And my guy,
I am the star.
the host in the back.
Yo.
Devin, tell them I'm the star.
She the star.
Right.
But
That's why I got fans who comment for me. Right. Have you had a comment for you yet?
No.
No.
So
Well, John, you had a comment for you, but it was negative.
so we got the positive comment. I got the negative comment. Dev has yet to get a comment.
Decap got a comment before me.
Did what was his comment?
Decap recently got a comment.
You are.
There was a comment on the YouTube
on the episode with him and Johnny and Drew.
What was the comment?
It wasn't a good comment.
It wasn't?
No. Dude said was decent or whatever. What dude say?
Y'all lying.
I'm done. Dude said,
oh, what? I didn't even see that comment. What the hell?
What did he say, John? Somebody read it.
What
was decent or whatever, but people.
He said,
who the hell is this?
He said, boy, meat riding Chris Brown of all people. He said, bro, meat riding Chris Brown of all people. Because Stephanie O. Adams commented. And bro, like, LOL, bro, meat riding Chris Brown of all people.
What did Stephanie say?
Stephanie saying, I agree. I agree. Chris Brown definitely has a classic album, but I don't think one of the reasons most artists today don't have classic albums because they don't have classic records. They care more about making a hit than they making the classic. Also, people aren't even making full albums anymore. They put out 4 to 7 good singles, and then they give you an EP with those same songs. But this whole snippet was Decap talking.
Okay.
And so, bro, like, most part, yeah, he spoke the most on the snippet that you posted. Yeah, I think I spoke briefly in the snippet, but
yeah, Decap was talking the most in that, and so, bro, I'm a meat rider.
Yeah, in this world, you can't be a fan of anybody. Seems like
can't be no fan. Man can't be a fan of a man because instantly you're riding pine.
That has nothing to do with what the guy was probably saying.
No, Decap was, speaking good about Chris Brown. Bro saying you meat riding.
Yeah, can't give nobody their flowers.
Can't give them no flowers, John. I want to give you your flowers for continuing to put together such a great podcast and ASO, man. You've done it. You the new Joe Budden in this podcast space.
That's
OD.
You know what I'm saying? You're going too far.
So I'm getting John this one.
Too far. We need to will it back in. We just need to will it back in.
I didn't know that Dennis. I just seen that comment. I had seen Steph crying. I didn't see that comment. That's hilarious. But again, one negative comment for John, one positive comment for Bree. Dev should begin comment in the not too distant future. Who knows?
And I'm mad because I'm the personality. I ain't got no comment yet.
You fucking tried it.
I'm the energy. I'm the lifeblood of this shit. I ain't got no comment yet. Y'all better comment about me, good or bad or indifferent.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, John, let's go.
Like me too.
But last week was full of controversy. A lot of controversial news hit the public. But we're gonna start off on the entertainment side. We've enjoyed the most recent Scream movies for the most part. We've enjoyed them. They've been entertaining.
No, we haven't.
I've enjoyed.
No, the last one was the only one I really enjoyed. I haven't enjoyed any of the last few. I don't even know. We on like part 32, 33, 34.
What's the last one you seen? What happened in the last one you seen?
What?
Scream.
What?
Scream.
We've seen all of them.
Oh,
he's in the last one.
The New York one, the last one.
Bree made it seem like she doesn't even know which thing. That's why I
just said the last one was
I don't know the numbers, but
I don't know which number. I don't know which number we on. We could be on 32. What I'm saying to you is the last one was the best one. Anything before that was booty, was ass,
The only one.
cheeks.
There's only been 2 with the new characters, but there's
No.
yeah.
With the girl, the
Ortega and the main
Ortega
star,
Jenner. Yeah.
Loomis's daughter they only did 5 and 6.
Who daughter?
1 through 4 was Nev Campbell and them.
Right.
Who you said whose daughter?
Billy Loomis.
Oh yeah, Billy.
the
Yeah,
killer
yeah.
from the first movie.
The original kicker.
Oh, we thought you were talking about
I thought you were talking about a celebrity like
right.
somebody
The killer from the original movie. She played his daughter in
yeah.
5 and 6. But
They're both his daughters.
no. They're
Mhm.
sisters, but he's not the father to the younger sister.
Yeah, he's not her father. She's the blood heir of the killers.
Okay. I gotta look that up.
Which made it, a cool connection, but that actress
It didn't. Let's cut the bullshit. It didn't make it a cool connection.
was
It really
cool.
didn't.
It did.
He was 17. It didn't make it a cool connection.
You acting like people. MTV show has a show called 16 and Pregnant.
What does that gotta do?
Because you basically trying to say because you're 17, you couldn't have a kid. That's what you just inferred.
And Billy was fucking. He was fucking.
Devin.
Because remember, he fucked Cindy. So he was fucking.
He had to fuck Cindy.
Yeah. But he had sex with Sean. So he was having sex.
No, wrong movie.
Oh, right.
What I'm saying is, y'all stupid.
Do it for a new scary movie though. I need the new scary movie, man.
Unless the Wayne brothers is gonna
No, I mean,
yeah,
I want the Waynes to do it. I don't want nobody. I want them to do
listen.
it.
The math ain't mathing. She was like 20 something, 21, 22.
No, it was quite some time between his death and her appearance.
Well, how much time was there?
I don't know, but I'm just saying it was quite some time where
Did Billy have freaking 14, 15?
I'm saying when Billy was in high school, when he was 17, he could have been stroking. Cindy wasn't the only person he hit at the time.
You think that was a good storyline? I think she could do better.
I like the last one. I didn't like the one before because again, I predicted the killer. I didn't predict the killer.
Obvious.
I didn't predict the killer in this one.
You didn't?
No, I didn't predict it. That whole sibling shit, that shit threw me off. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Family, it being the family.
Yeah, that shit threw me off.
You didn't think the father of the cop was the killer?
It was some connect.
I kind of thought the character that came back from part 4 could have been the killer for a little bit.
It was too many.
Kirby.
It was too many of them. That's what it was. Like it was literally 4 of them.
It was 3 of them.
It was the 3, and the brother who had died.
Right, but they were doing the revenge.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They got a family full of killers where it's never been that many killers at once in Scream. So that's why it made it kind of hard to put together because it's always the 2 people dynamic.
Okay.
Where they changed that up this time and shit. Like they made a whole fucking family and shit. So it's like, oh, that's different. And then again, when this Scream, they was really fucking people up. It wasn't just no knife and shit. That nigga pick up a gun, he'll pick up an axe, he'll beat you the fuck up. That family was like beating people the fuck up.
I still can't forgive Scream for letting my man Dewey get beat up
by a girl.
His girl. Come on now.
Yeah, and she whooped his ass.
Dewey had that limp. Like I never understand how Dewey was a cop with the fucking limp. Like
I think once you have on the outfit, you get stronger. Cause she was strong as hell beating his ass.
Yeah, I would have thought because I would have thought it would have been the guy. He really got that.
Yeah,
this made me a little mad. I'm like, yo, he got his ass beat by her.
Yo, and she throwing his ass around the hospital and shit. Like,
yeah, then she
really was.
That was ridiculous.
I think it's the suit. I think it's the suit. Once you put it on, it got like Captain America
powers.
type shit. Yeah, powers on there and shit, make
I
you
believe
extra
that.
strong. Type shit, like on some Iron Man shit. Like
They
you
go
put that
into
on.
like a trance. They are possessed by
Yeah,
the spirits of all the killers
yeah,
before.
word. Exactly. On some Shazam shit. Like you get all the spirits of the former killers and shit all come together and give you that extra strength.
Mhm.
But we're saying all this to say what, John?
Sorry.
Melissa Barrera, the daughter of Billy Loomis's character in the Scream universe, has been fired for her comments on the Israel and Palestine situation. So she's been speaking out on her social media. She's been out and about speaking publicly. And as a result of what she's been tweeting out and been speaking out about, she lost her job. And then within that, I don't know, she lost her job. Then within like a day or two after her losing her job,
Jenna dipped on their ass.
Ortega dipped out too. So basically, the two main leads are out.
And that's what they get. Because they thought they want Jenna to be the star because Jenna is the rising star in Hollywood right now.
Like her right now, she's
burning up, like she's growing. So they figure like, oh, we could just get this girl out and then we could just finish building the franchise with Jenna. We want her to be the face anyway. Wrong. Because personally, I don't give a fuck what side you stand on, but we always big on freedom of speech and all this and having a right to speak about what's going on in the world around us and shit. But then y'all try to censor people. Like, because somebody
don't agree with what you say. Like,
because somebody's side don't agree with you or their stance is not similar to yours. So therefore, you want to censor them and then you try to take their job. Man, miss me with that shit. And I'm happy this happened because now y'all actually had something. Y'all had something that y'all could maybe get 2 more movies out of.
Right.
And now y'all gonna come back with some bullshit because now y'all got to start back from square one because y'all lost the 2 main stars of the movie. Just because y'all wanna be fake woke and shit.
And you know what's the crazy part? I read that because remember previously they did Nev Campbell dirty. They wasn't trying to give her money. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why she wasn't shit. And then I read something where they said they might contact her and others, like other people that.
We tired of seeing her.
But
I was happy she wasn't in the last one. Because I get it. It's always been about.
It's always about Cindy though.
Yeah, but I'm happy that this time it wasn't. I'm happy like it was still about Cindy,
a fresher breath. Yeah, like,
right. It was still about Cindy, but it wasn't about Cindy.
Cindy got a family now. Don't she got a family now?
Yeah, that's what she was in the last one.
Yeah,
boom, that go they gate. That's go to end. That's the end right there. If I can't get you, then I'll get your family. And boom.
But the way I look at it is like how Jamie Lee Curtis is to Halloween. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, she is.
That's what she is to Scream. You may not like Halloween is not Halloween without Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, I'm saying you want to see something new and dynamic, but it's just
no. What I was saying was that the storyline they had for these 2 sisters was actually
working. Yeah.
It wasn't like a stupid ass storyline. Like, I love how they put in there every chance they get that because they could have turned this around and have her become Scream.
Yeah, that's saying that's what they play with. They play with the chance. Oh, is in her blood? She might snap.
Right. It had that she heard her dad's voice every time she killed somebody or she murdered somebody. It was like
she always was talking to her killing father. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I thought that was actually really cool. That was a cool storyline. And now we're gonna bring back Cindy's ugly ass. And I'm just saying, she's gotten old. I don't know if y'all seen her, but she's gotten really old.
Oh, age shaming. Age shaming.
I am age shaming. I think after a certain age, Jamie Lynn, whatever her name, should have stopped as well. But she continued to her old ass. No, she can't run like that. Like, Come on, man. They had her in fucking Halloween not running. She was walking. Like, now y'all know that.
It makes sense. You know why it makes sense? Because Michael don't run either.
Because if you see Michael, you ain't walking nowhere.
Bro,
no.
I seen Michael. I saw Michael Myers kill a whole town by himself.
Right, and she walking.
I saw that nigga kill a whole fire department by himself in these last couple of movies.
That's impossible.
That shit at 70-something years old, this nigga killed the whole small city.
What was her name? What's her name that she was married to Stewie?
Who's Gail and
right. The last one, she was really old. She couldn't even fight back. She was dying slowly. Like I'm watching the screen and I'm just like, bitch, just die. Just die.
I completely understand.
Die.
I completely understand. The only thing is Jamie Lee Curtis compared to they have it too. If you watch like the Scream, they have that confidence like, yo, we've been here, done that. Like I don't care who this is. There's a confidence they built throughout the movies. You may not like it, but like they survived. It's like
I'm not scared. I'm not scared of him no more.
I understand Jamie, whatever her name is, not running because that was her brother. It was blood. These motherfuckers, Cindy don't know them at first. She don't know who's coming for her at first. She don't know who the killer is at first. So it's not like, oh, we've been here, we've done that.
You
type of feeling.
You should just leave the town. That's what you basically saying. She should have just did.
No, she said every time it's different because it's actually a different person.
Right.
Each time. Whereas with Michael, that's his sister. We know that's blood.
Yeah,
like
so
it's my brother. It's my brother. Yeah, it's my brother trying to kill me.
Right. That dynamic, we understand it. So if she walks, cool, we understand it, right? Cindy don't know until the last minute who the fuck is trying to kill her.
Right.
So they like you said, the last one, usually we used to knives and stabbing. This nigga picked up a whole shotgun and was shooting it.
Right.
Every time it is a different person. So for her to be just walking, I've been here before, that storyline ain't gonna work with what we just saw. They would have to keep that same kind of momentum where these killers are getting.
You already added to it. You can't just now take all that shit out. Like
we can't go back to that. He
right, we can't do that. But y'all lost your two young actress who was gonna give us that, and now we're gonna go back to Cindy. Like that shit don't work.
No, that's a possibility. They ain't say that was a guarantee, but the way Cindy moves now after the first 3 movies, she sees somebody run up on her with a Scream outfit, she fighting them. It's not, she ain't running, she don't walk away, she don't run. Or you run up on me with a Scream outfit, she's fighting.
Johnny's missing the point.
No, I completely understand the point, but I'm saying the way her character developed, like Dev mentioned, she doesn't fear Ghostface outfit. You pull up on,
and then that's not gonna work for Scream. For Scream, you have to fear those outfits.
She hasn't feared the outfit in the last 2 to 3 movies she's been in. That's what he said. Her character has grown where it's like, I'm no longer afraid of this shit. I'm not afraid of whoever's behind the mask. I'm going to fight you. So the only issue with that is because she getting old, the fighting it's like
it's not gonna add up.
It's like it don't look, because it's like, bitch, you're old. Like, and if he's a young killer and you fighting this young killer, then it looks like, come on now. Like, yeah, sure. Like, that's the only thing I can say about that dynamic. But again, I just like that they were able to create a new part of the universe that gave them legs to do something else. And they wouldn't need to lend on Neve Campbell and Cindy anymore because they actually extended the Scream universe and they actually made a decent movie with the last one. The one before that was ass, but the last one in New York was actually pretty decent. And I enjoyed
it. I think 6 is better than 5. I enjoyed 6.
No, I didn't.
better.
I guessed it. I guessed it too fast.
That's what
Or
he's saying.
5.
6 was better than 5.
Oh, which one is which? What's the last one?
6. The
Oh,
one.
okay, yeah. So yes, yeah, the New York one is better than the previous one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. I said 6 is better than 5.
5, yeah, 5. I guessed it. So I didn't enjoy 5. I guessed it
They
early.
should have hired somebody else. I think if they hired anybody else, it wouldn't have been so easy.
And so 6, it's like, yo, he was really fucking them up. They were really on that. And so I enjoyed that.
There's many things in the realm of possibilities they could do. I just feel like it's unfortunate. They had the momentum going. They created a nice story. I think the story deserves an end. I don't know if there's a way they could push delay the movie and try to work out.
Well, if it deserves an end, then they have to go back to Nev. They have to go back to Sydney.
Oh, yeah, true. If they want to end the whole thing, I'm saying Melissa's character and Ortega's character. I mean, an ending for their story in the Screamverse. I think they deserve their ending, however it was going to be. But unfortunately, we're not going to get that. Well, it seems we're not going to get that.
Well, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not getting no more Screams. I'm okay with not getting any more Halloween. I'm okay with not getting any more
The series, even though it's not a horror movie, this is a movie just a multiple sequels.
I'm okay with not getting any more Saws. Like,
They just dropped another song.
I know. It's bogus. Bogus as hell.
Bogus as hell.
So I'm okay with not getting those. You know what they need to do? Why we never got like more than 3 sequels of I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Because it was bad, the first 2.
No,
He said they were bad.
no. The third one was.
Which was?
terrible. The third one was.
Yeah, the third one was bad. That was the one with Brandy, right? The third one?
No,
I think the second
that
one
was the second one. The one with Brandon was the second one.
No.
Yeah, the third one was like a back in our time, a straight to DVD film.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, those don't exist. Well, it's straight. I was straight to streaming.
Straight to streaming, yeah.
I was saying
I
straight
don't
to
think
streaming.
Brandy was in the second
some
one.
fire
But
straight to DVDs.
Yeah, but see, that's different now. Like, it don't have the when a movie went straight to DVD, it was a low budget movie. Like,
yeah, low budget, and there was a good percent of it, a good chance of it being whack.
Straight to streaming, it's not the same as straight to
not
DVD.
the same because there's some obviously Netflix and all these other ones got their streaming.
But what I'm saying is, instead of worried about, you know, what Jenna Ortega needs to do and Michelle, they need to just go to do I Know What You Did Last Summer. Wink, wink. We make that shit. Let's go.
Let me
Imagine.
petty his studio. Like, yeah, the studio go take them and go do I Know What You Did Last Summer opening shit. That'd be funny.
They should do. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
I enjoyed.
I want my half of my money.
Yeah, at this point you could redo it. I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it don't even have nothing to do with. It don't even have to have nothing to do with the original cast because it's such a big gap. And that's not what that
bring the original characters. So
yeah, but that's not as popular
as it wasn't
as the Scream series. Like,
but
so it's like
it wasn't as popular as Scream, but it was a decent amount of popular.
Yeah, you can have you bring back Freddie Prinze. You can possibly bring back what's the main girl name? Jennifer Love. Jennifer Love, huge. But
damn, I'm trying to think. Those are like the only two. All the characters, for the most part, they died.
Buffy's dead.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she got killed in the first one. She got killed in the first one.
Oh, I'm talking about a real life. It's like, damn, I hear Buffy dead.
No, I'm talking about the characters. This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
Right,
she was out there fucking vampires up, and they killed her in both Scream and in I Know What You Did Last Summer. She got killed in both.
That's a fact. They like say that Buffy shit for that other universe.
Yeah, they killed her in both movies. You think she about to, she be doing her thing on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She about to fuck the killer up.
But she done an interview saying that she didn't want to be Buffy. She actually wanted to continue in I Know What You Did Last Summer, but
Buffy is something they could remake too.
oh no, they cannot.
Yeah, they can.
No, they cannot.
They just
It was bad. It was bad when we were kids.
But imagine Buffy on streaming now.
See, but they were trying to turn Buffy into like really a dark show.
I never watched Buffy. I just know the movie.
It was a dark show though.
Yeah, but they would take that and turn it into 100 times darker because what they did to Charm. But nobody.
Charm was more lighthearted.
But even if they, but the movie,
when they remade it was darker.
But if they do the show, I mean the movie, it was lighthearted. They could go the movie route. The movie wasn't
what I'm
as.
saying is they not. You don't see all these shows that
Vampire Slayer has a crazy fan base. The only way that fan base is turning into a new Buffy, I know there's been talks of doing a new Buffy. It's been over the years like a reboot here. It's been like delays and whatnot. If they don't have or contact or have in any form Sarah Michelle Gellar in that movie, people's gonna probably bomb that movie.
Yeah, she definitely is Buffy.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Now she is. She's Buffy. Because
you saying for the nobody know the original girl.
I'm saying people forgot.
No, I'm just saying like I don't think people will be mad if she's not in the movie or in the show. Like I don't think people will be like, oh shit, they didn't put the original Buffy, Sarah.
Especially not if it's good. People don't want her to be Buffy, but people want like her to make a cameo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a cameo, but I wouldn't want her in the show.
When you think of Buffy, that's who you think of.
I don't know. I don't really see it.
Yeah, she's Buffy, and I don't think people will want her. People would be okay with her not having a major role, but they want to see her in a new Buffy universe.
You know what's funny, Dev? Did you watch the Teen Wolf spinoff? Teen Wolf got a spinoff.
The movie?
No, the Teen Wolf show that you told me about back when we was in college.
Uh-huh.
They did the movie, and they have another movie. It's from the same creator. It's weird. It's a spin-off, but it's supposed to be like its own separate shit. Like,
I didn't even finish Teen Wolf the show on MTV. So,
but Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar plays on the Teen Wolf spinoff
as Buffy.
Not Buffy, but as close as you could get to Buffy, I would say.
They need to remake Angel.
Oh, Angel was my shit too. Angel was my shit too.
Angel, the show came from fucking Buffy.
That's what I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. You can't remake Angel. You don't make Buffy.
Bro, you can make a Buffy show on Netflix.
It's gonna be dark
with Angel on there. Yeah. It could be on some Witcher type shit.
It is gonna be on some Witcher type shit.
Which ain't dark.
They always turn it to dark though. Y'all don't understand.
There's some dark shows, but Witcher is not. It's not. It's a little violent. Trust me. There's some dark shows. Like God damn. Some shows I'll be watching like yo, it's a little too far. I don't feel right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh well, I don't be watching shit like that, so I don't know.
Like the devil shit. I'm like, yo, they going crazy.
Yeah, like, that's how I felt about Charmed. When I saw they would be making Charm, I'm like, yes, okay, we gonna do this. Watch one episode of that shit, I had to go pray because I'm like, why is this?
But you know what's funny?
Dark and evil, like it's too much.
You know what's funny? You know why Charm failed? Because the original stars didn't support it, and the fans stood with the original stars.
And because it was a bad show, but okay.
No, I'm saying I'm not discrediting that, but it never got a chance because the original stars didn't support it.
Well, if the original stars come out and say like we don't support that, that's definitely gonna
that's definitely gonna especially Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah,
that's gonna be dead in the water unless they really knock it out the park. It's like damn, focus you Buffy. They think they did.
The next one is gonna be a long talk too.
Ooh, controversy. You missed out on that first conversation that we had, where we mentioned New York, so we're gonna bring it back to New York. Obviously, the governor Hutchlin passed that act last year, the abuse act, basically gave a deadline for everyone who's ever been abused to file a lawsuit, or basically
Statute of limitation.
basically confront their abuser. So with that deadline being last week, and it reached, a couple of names have been hit with lawsuits, but one of the major names that was in the news because he settled his lawsuit, we talked about on last week's episode, Diddy was hit with, I believe, 2 more accusations, 2 more lawsuits dealing with sexual assault, allegedly. But I don't know. And now you see a lot of these businesses that are partnered up with Diddy are starting to, distance themselves at the moment. Maybe however this all gets cleared up, they'll double back and link back up. But for the time being, all these businesses is taking a step back. And what's your overall thoughts on this whole situation, Bree?
I wish the businesses would have had the same energy when the artists were saying that he was robbing them, taking their money, he wasn't paying them right. Let's go back to when he was making the bands, right? So when he had making the band, and he had Danity Kane, he had what was the boys group?
Day 26.
Day 26. If let's go back to then, or when he had people on his label like Mace and Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans.
Wasn't B5 part of Bad Boys?
B5 was a part of it.
B5 was a part of Bad Boys, Jagged Edge, The Locks.
There's a lot of people on that roster, that Bad Boys roster. There's a lot.
Right. But let's go back to when these artists was saying that he was robbing them, taking their money. We didn't have that same energy for him, right? We didn't say, oh, fuck it, he shouldn't be working with these companies. We should not be supporting Diddy. We didn't have that same energy. I think we should have that same energy across the board. I think he's always been a crook. And I feel like if we don't have the energy now, we should have had it back then too. No? Am I wrong?
I know what you're saying. It's like they're picking and choosing. He's been allegedly involved in a lot of bad stuff. So my service. So I just stopped my video real quick. I'm still talking. I'm still here, but you're basically saying, with the accusations of what was going on, they still decided to basically brush all the accusations off. Now is getting obviously innocent till proven guilty. He's settled, doesn't, like his lawyer said, doesn't mean that he's guilty, but it's starting to get, the fire's starting to burn a little hot. Now everybody wants to distance themselves because they just rather be safe than sorry.
And again, it's because it's a different nature. Whereas we know a lot of bad businessmen that's rich as hell, bad businessman that does good business. We have the Trumps. We have the nigga who runs Facebook. Like there's a history of people taking advantage of people for their own financial gain. And it's kind of like the American way. That's what our country's been based on. So Diddy being called raping you records and taking people publishing and all that shit, that's pretty much on par with what major record labels do. He just one of the faces of it. So yeah, we've heard them type of stories for a long time, and motherfucker still did business with him because he was still able to get artists, and he make a record with them and it go big, and he repeat the cycle. I think these allegations is much different because it's sexual in nature. And again, the times we live in, we are at a point in the world where this type of shit isn't brushed under the rug the same way it used to be. And if it does come to light, people just don't want to be on the wrong side of that. So whether you found guilty, whether you even if you proven innocent, a lot of times when it comes to your reputation after that, people rather just keep their distance when it comes to business, because ultimately is if it affects my bottom line, I don't want nothing to do with it. And now these accusations against Diddy is affecting the companies that he's in business with. And as a smart business people, I guess, they like, okay, we're gonna cut ties, because ultimately we still have a business to run, regardless of who the fuck you are, as Sean P. Diddy calls. We still got business to run. And if that's gonna affect our bottom line, we're gonna separate ourselves. This is no different than basic business practice. I think it just, in the world we live in now, we are giving the voiceless a voice more, and we're taking these type of accusations more serious. Even if it's just an accusation, we still taking this stuff more serious. And Diddy is just, again, to seem to be one of the other powerful creeps in the business world that's now being brought to judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. Still alleged.
Yeah, it's all alleged. It's all alleged because, again, he settled with Cassie really fast, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's guilty of anything.
Johnny, if you got an invitation to one of Diddy parties, you going?
Listen, after a lot of the stories I heard, I'm just gonna stay away from the parties, parties.
Johnny,
Take
Johnny a
that
lie.
money, the freak offs.
Would you go?
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm there. Diddy, look, you ain't gonna do me dirty, nigga. I'll beat your ass. I ain't no me no punk bitch.
So you're gonna get kicked out the minute you walk in?
Probably.
So what's the point?
But we gonna look, if he come correct, I'm like, yo, we gonna do good business. If not, let me go. But when I see the door locked, then I'm just crying, be like, damn.
No, he's just doing like that.
turn on my location, baby. Help. Help. But we'll see what comes from this Diddy shit. I don't think this is gonna be the end of it. Usually when shit like this happen, it's like this is just, again, seem to be the small brushing of the fire. It's usually more to come. So I don't think this Diddy shit is done. Unfortunately, anytime soon.
Oh, and he stepped down as the chairman as a revolt, correct? That's another that broke like today.
Yeah.
Things that's going on in the midst of all these, allegations, accusations, and everything. Lawsuits.
As he should, because again, he got his money invested in that, and you want to separate yourself so you can continue to make your financial gain. So what these businessmen do, okay, separate yourself. We're gonna put somebody else. We're gonna say we don't agree with you, but quietly you're gonna stand behind and make your money still. Shut the fuck up. Go somewhere. You're gonna get your residuals and your check, but we just can't have you next to us.
But
That's the nasty business that we live in.
We're definitely gonna see how it plays out. I'm pretty sure will continue. More news will continue about this for the time being. Now, another person with charges also that was also new charges filed, a lawsuit filed against him. Jaime Fox also found himself with sexual, accused of groping a woman, amongst other things, at a venue. But he's also, I think his accusation comes from a little more recent. One of Diddy's accusations came from 1991, I believe, but Jaime Fox one was, I think, from what, 2015, 20, a little more recent
Yeah, something fairly recent.
compared to the others. His more is a little more recent. What are your
I
thoughts
mean,
on that?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what comes from it. Again, can't really say much. We're not gonna minimize whatever this person felt they experienced in this with Jamie Foxx, but we'll see. We'll see what comes from it.
Another big name that was accused, a lawsuit filed against him was Jimmy Iovine, and his was an accusation from August 2007. He's another name. Obviously, he's a big music,
Yeah.
big name.
Mogul. Yeah. Yeah,
Big
he
name.
did that shit. He did that. like 50 told Tyree, I've been on you that long time. When I said that nigga did that, it's like, again, Jimmy Iovine, again, one of those touchless, untouchable businessmen in music. And so, again, like Russell Simmons ass, is like they so used to being untouchable for so long that they think they can do anything they fucking want.
Russell had some accusations before this deadline thing, and
no, I'm just saying these people.
Russell Simmons is currently not even in the States as we speak. Apparently,
right. He ducked off. What I'm saying is those people who are seem to be untouchable, I don't put it past that they be doing some weirdo shit. I don't put it past that these women put themselves in those situations and looking for material gain either. I'm just saying all these people, highly weird, we say it all the time, highly weird. There's a lifestyle that happens behind closed doors that us common folks are not privy to. So I don't put nothing past nobody. And that's on both sides when it comes to the accused and the accuser. But we will see what comes from it because Jimmy Iovine is a big name when it comes to American music, world music, honestly.
So is P. Diddy and so is Jamie Foxx.
So is P. Diddy, Jamie, Russ. They all like they're big names in Hollywood.
I just hate that this happened to Jamie though now after he just had his his whole hospital thing and stuff like that. It's just like it sucks. Yeah, I get it.
Another big name that his accusation stems from a 1993 alleged incident. New York's Mayor Adams was also.
Please God, let him be.
He was also
a cop. He was a cop at that time, right?
In 1993, probably was he?
Yeah, he did that shit. He did
makes
that.
my tummy turn every time. He just, oh Jesus.
Yeah, he did that. I'm telling you, Mayor Adams give me that. He give me the energy of a nigga who was a bitch in school, became a cop, and used to be like, yeah, I remember y'all used to bully me type nigga. He give me that energy.
He still gives me that energy.
I know. He's right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. He give me that energy like, yeah, I wish a nigga would try me now. So I can see somebody, him trying to shoot a shot at somebody and he don't know how to take rejection.
He was
doing too much.
In 93, he was a transit officer in 1990.
He did it. Again, he give me icky vibes. I ain't gonna say he did it, but Mia Adams give me icky vibes.
I can't stand Mia.
So.
But that's just
anybody else?
Axl Rose was also
Guns N' Roses. Yeah, Guns N' Roses.
He was also accused.
Anybody black?
From from the list that came out as famous people, due to the New York, no, I think we've covered them all.
All right, that's as long as there's no more black folks. I don't care about the white folks. They did that.
But Mia Adams is black.
Yeah, he Oreo.
Can we vote him out of
Yes, we could. Next election.
Yeah,
Too
just
far away.
vote. Just make sure you get out there and vote.
That's too far away.
Vote or die, right? Like Diddy used to say.
Oh shit, now we quoting Diddy?
Vote or die.
No, it's
I'm just
crazy.
saying it because
With the
Diddy
allegations
is
now,
selling us bullshit all the time.
That's a crazy slogan for what he's accused
You know,
of.
that's what I said. Diddy been selling us bullshit for quite some time.
Yeah. Allegedly, vote or die. Literally.
And while they said that balcony shit is cap.
Bro, they gotta protect their image. You know what I'm trying to
While
say?
they said that shit ain't never happened, he never had issues with Diddy.
Yeah, he didn't have an issue with Diddy.
What was his issue?
Wale didn't have an issue with Diddy. Diddy had the issue. That's the thing.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. When was Wale and Cassie in the studio together? Cassie already had stopped music when Wale came onto the scene.
Nah, Wale's been in the game a long time, so like
She was trying to make music.
She was probably trying to make music. Nothing was hidden. Because remember, she'd drop a song like every 5 years and shit. But I don't remember hearing anything from Wale and Cassie.
Two people. The engineer that was in the studio that night said it was Wale, and somebody else that was there with Wale said it was Wale.
But if Wale don't see, and this is the problem what I have with the industry.
Allegedly.
If Wale don't want to tell the fucking story, that's his story to fucking tell. That ain't your shit to tell.
But he's saying that ain't happened. He said
I'm just saying, Johnny's saying
there's more people that
that
were saying
that it was Wale. But what I'm saying to you, John, is if Wale don't want to tell the story, that's his story to fucking tell. That's not our.
Well, he didn't say nothing. Other niggas brought it up, and he just was debunking it. Like, bro, that's
it was in the lawsuit. Cassie said that Diddy hung her friend from a balcony.
Did she
Her
say?
friend.
She didn't say his name.
Yeah, she ain't name his name. She kept the name out of it, and she said what happened, and then two witnesses came out and corroborated that. So.
All right, but it didn't happen to them.
Wale said it didn't happen to him.
I understand that. I understand what you're saying, but if Diddy didn't settle, the engineer would have been a witness in that court case, and it would have went into public record. It's not we'll never know, but it would have went into public record if it actually had went to court, because he would have been the witness to corroborate it. Because they would have had to name somebody in the case.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's that shit is done. They settle. We move on. Even though people forget, he still blew up Kid Cudi's car, and Kid Cudi, through what a spokesperson said, he did that shit. But
because you were there and you saw him blow up Kid Cudi's car.
Kid Cudi said he did it, and Cassie said he did it,
and you saw that whole incident.
So now listen. Did he punch Drake? I forgot about that.
That's you a fucking question.
Oh yeah, I remember the Drake situation.
So there has been a consistency when it comes to Diddy. When he feels you don't have to have a problem with him. He has to have the problem. As long as he has a problem with you, he has been consistent.
We forget that Diddy's a real gangster.
They said J. Cole got into a fight with him because he threw water on Kendrick Lamar's head. He poured a drink on Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole stepped up for Kendrick.
Yeah, but neither one of them said that's true either.
Bro, yo, how many more, like, how many more stories got to come out before it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Diddy is like the
it's
black
not
Chuck
outrageous
Norris.
stuff.
He like the black Chuck Norris, but in a negative version.
Yeah, because what we say is not nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, oh, he confronted him over his verse, and someone stepped up on his behalf, and a fight happened. That's nothing crazy, but they're entertainers at the end of the day, so everybody wants to be protective of the image. It's all alleged, but I'm just saying, like, he has been consistently linked to approaching and
Did
pressing.
Drake ever say he punched him? I don't remember Drake admitting that P. Diddy punched him.
Nobody ever admitted to it.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Getting punched. Only a real person like it punched him. A fight happened.
Joe Budden would.
Right. Joe Budden has admitted to getting punched and chased down the street.
Yeah.
I was him or Safari.
Safari got chased.
Oh, I'm sorry, Safari. Well, what I'm saying to you, John, unless the person comes out and say, yes, this happened to me, we can't go by what other people say.
That's not true. So, but I'm saying that's not true. That's not true.
That's true.
Bree, so if I told you I walked down and I seen the crazy shit, you're not gonna believe me? Because the person's gonna deny it, you're not gonna believe me, and I said I seen it.
Right. If the person says it didn't happen, I have no choice but to believe the person it happened to, John.
And if I told you I was dead ass there, I seen it, you're not gonna believe me. That's crazy.
Yeah, shit. 2 dudes told me that you had a Diddy party with them, but I don't believe them.
That's hilarious. That was a good flip. But
right, John. If somebody came and told me I saw John doing this, John and Kev doing this shit, right? And then I go and ask you, yo, John, you did this shit? And you say no. Who you gonna want me to believe? The person who told me they saw you do it, or you who it happened to? Oh shit. Let's go.
If it didn't happen, I would want you to believe me. If something happened,
listen to me.
I would tell you.
But who do you want me to believe? The person who said they saw you, or you who actually it happened to? You will want me to believe you, not the person who said they saw it.
John just wants you to believe him because it's John. Whether he's on the other side of saying he saw it or it happened to him, it's crazy that you didn't believe what he...
Right, but that's what I'm saying. He contradicted
himself. No. So if Kev was to tell you, yo, I'm not gonna lie, me and Johnny went out and I seen Diddy punch Johnny, and you come and you don't believe it, and you come to me, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I stepped in front of him by accident, he punched me in my fucking face.
No, you're not getting
that's different. That's different. If Kev say, yo, John got stolen by Diddy, and I go to you like, John, that nigga Diddy stole on you, you'd be like, what the fuck is Kev talking about? Hell no, that didn't happen. I'm gonna be like, okay, John, it didn't happen.
Right.
Oh, no, I understand that, but
I'm not gonna believe what Kevin saw.
No, but I understand what you're saying, but I already told you my stance is if it happened, I will tell you when you ask me.
Right, but that's not the point, John. The point is these people are saying it didn't happen. But you want
they want
listen to me. Listen to me, but you want me to believe the person that it happened to. You don't want me to believe that person. You want me to believe somebody who just saw it. And that's what I'm telling you. That's the problem. I can't believe the person who saw it if the person it happened to is saying it didn't happen. It doesn't matter what you thought you saw. If the person is saying it did, whether they protecting the image or they don't want to say it or this and that, if they the person that they saying it happened to, you cannot say to them, well, I believe the person who saw it. Nah, it's the person. If you say it didn't happen to me, that didn't happen. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, what you're saying, but nah, I don't agree with that. Because you're giving everybody a pass. Because that means anybody.
Unfortunately,
a million people can see the whole shit, and you're giving the person a pass to deny it. You're basically saying as long as it's not on video, I could deny it.
Right. If you saying it didn't happen, it didn't fucking happen. And you the victim. You the fucking victim. How the
That's
fuck you want to tell the victim no?
No rapper's gonna go out there and say I was the victim. I'm not saying that happened to Wale. I'm just saying this happened to be two witnesses. He's denying it. It was in a part of the document that one of her friends, it's crazy. You know what's crazy? Before the shit hit the fan, they brought it back. Someone said this shit 9 years ago when it happened. Someone said, yo, such and such happened 9 years ago. And it's being brought back because of the court document. I'm not saying
I think what you're missing is we cannot say to the victim or to say to the person who they said happened to, we cannot say that it happened to you because these niggas saw it. That's not how it works, John. It's just not. That's not how it works. It's just not how it works.
So Cassie said all that shit happened to her, but since she settled, it didn't happen. Because no, it's not.
It's different. What is he not understanding?
Nah, it's the same thing.
No, because she's not denying it didn't happen to her. She's the victim saying it happened. Everybody who's saying they saw this and this and that, she's saying yes, it did happen. So it did happen. This is what I'm saying to you. You as a person cannot say, I saw that person do that. And when you go up to that person, they be like, that didn't happen to me. What are you talking about? You can't say, yes, it did, because that person saw it. Cassie, on the other hand, is not saying, no, it didn't happen to me. She's the victim saying it happened to her.
Okay.
So there's no denying it from the victim. You cannot say it happened to Wale when he's saying, that shit didn't happen to me. Whether his friends and them saw it, he's saying, yo, that shit never happened to me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Cassie has come out and said, this happened to me. This is what happened to me. She didn't mention Wale's name. So in any fact, you cannot say she's denying it was Wale. She didn't say Wale's name.
I didn't say she denied it was Wale. I didn't say that.
What I'm trying to tell you is, because she settled. But she's the victim. She's the victim. Has not said it did not happen to her. On the other hand, she's saying it did happen to me. Look at this. This is what happened to me. That's why it's more believable and people believe it. But I'm saying people don't believe Wale and people don't believe J. Cole and Kendrick because they saying it didn't happen to them. That's not something that was dumb. So we have to go by what they say.
When there's a pattern, Bree. And
God.
When it's a pattern. I'm not. You can argue the whole Wale if it was him or not. That's up for debate because again, it's alleged. But so, quick question, B. What if Diddy said, "Yo, I did that"? Then what?
And he did it, nigga.
But Wale say he didn't do it.
Oh, if Diddy said he did that,
yes.
Right, and then as Wale can say that shit didn't happen to me, bro, capping.
And then what happens then?
We gotta believe Wale.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm believing Diddy.
And that's the crazy part.
Because I'm saying again, niggas lie every day, B. So I'm big on so niggas lie every day, B. So I'm always on the side of the nigga said it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Like until niggas say opposite, why they gotta lie? That's how I always approach it.
Oh, I told you why. I told you why he's not. If it was happening to him, he's not gonna tell the truth. But I'm not saying it happened to him. I'm just saying is allegedly it was him. Yo, either way, the engineer in the studio, we don't know who he is. Came out was gonna be a witness to this.
And we don't know what he was gonna say either. He probably said, I heard some rumbling in the room. Did you actually see it? No, but I heard some scuffling in the back. Which sounded like a nigga hanging from a balcony.
Listen, I don't know if it was him or not. Cassie said one of her friends got hung over a balcony. So it happened to somebody. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't no regular nobody. I'm pretty sure it was a famous person. Because the pattern says Diddy likes to, showcase that power. He ain't doing that to no regular nobody. He'd rather do it to somebody. Not saying it was Wale, but the pattern says, from what he's accused of allegedly and what the stories say, Diddy likes to run up on people and flex that power. Diddy has power, correct? So it's not
again, again, like you said, patterns, yes, there can be a pattern. That all can be true. We're just saying that in regards to Wale, that doesn't mean he would succumb to the pattern.
No, I agree. I'm saying it doesn't. I'm not saying I'm 100% confirming they hung Wale over a balcony. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's allegedly that's the name that's been brought up. It hasn't been no other name. You know what I'm trying to say? It hasn't been no other name. To me, I look at it this way. Out of all people they could have named, out of anybody they could have named, how the fuck did Wale get into it?
Because it's more believable. A lot of people don't like Wale.
But listen, I'm a fan of Wale. Wale is chilling. He's not really in the news cycle. He is playing the background. It's just they put a blindfold, spun the person around, and boom, the person pointed out Wale.
But I'm saying Wale's, yeah, you could have said, I don't know why you said Wale. You could, but it happens. It happens, John.
All right. I'm gonna give you an example. It's all like what if the rumors it was like let's get somebody with a more like more street gang image. Oh, simple one. What if they were like, yo, Diddy allegedly it was Game.
And what Game saying?
No, I'm just saying. You if they was to say that, I think it would be probably way more pushback because his image and everything else. Bro, he's not gonna.
What did Game say?
But it depends on, again, if Game said that shit didn't happen, niggas gonna be like, okay, it didn't happen. And also, Game is a big ass nigga, so it's like you take that in consideration. Where Game is a street nigga and he's a big dude, so it's like, I don't know.
A smaller person?
John, it don't matter, man. We wasted time. It don't matter.
It don't fucking matter.
If the person said it didn't happen, if the person, again, we're on the side, if the person saying, this is the legend shit, that wasn't me, they lied on me, capping on me, what else can we say at that point?
I told you about like the original thing. We branched off. This is from the Mayor Adams talk. We branched off to this. I had to look at the rundown list again. I'm like, yo, I thought we like covered it, but it's all alleged accusations, allegedly. But moral story: somebody got hung over the balcony. Who it was, we may never know. We may never know. I can live with that. I can live like, shit, we'll never know. But I believe Vanilla Ice got hung over that balcony. He said it didn't happen.
I don't give a fuck about Vanilla Ice.
But either way, everybody believed the Vanilla Ice one. He said it didn't happen.
I don't, but John, I don't care.
All right. Accusations to a cop that was sentenced to prison. Man responsible for George Floyd's passing.
Because he did that shit. He did that shit.
Derek Chauvin was stabbed in prison.
Yo.
Did he die?
No, he didn't die.
I think so.
So what are we talking about then? Niggas get stabbed in prison every day, B. But did he die though? He didn't die. Oh well, he's an inmate. That's what happens in jail.
He says he's expected to survive prison stabbing.
So he can
Damn,
go.
they didn't.
So now he can go into WinSec now. He's gonna be in witness protection. He be all right.
The inmates are supposed to know how to stab. When I used to watch Oz, they used to know how to stab people.
Oz was a show, but niggas get...
Oh, okay, the show Jail, when they did 60 Days in Jail.
Uh-huh.
Remember? And they used to like do the shanks or like...
Yeah, but you know, it's not everybody's gonna die from being stabbed. You can defend yourself, you can fight it, and save your life. I don't know.
It's something that you can survive.
Yeah, you can survive that. All I'm saying is he in jail. He's in general pop. He not in a baby jail. They got him in
medium security. He's in a medium.
Medium security. Niggas get stabbed in there. He a regular ass nigga. So what?
But
and what he do? Because he been quiet. He said something to somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Let's not act like the crime.
He felt like they wanted to get back for George Floyd.
But that's what I'm saying. Let's not act like the crime he did is not going to provoke the Black people in the jail. Let's not act like that. We
provoke people, period.
But mostly Black people, because Black people.
Do we know if a nigga the one stabbed him? Because I'm pretty sure it's probably one of his white brothers. Like, I don't like you, nigga.
That's a possibility. They don't like. He is a former cop, so it can
Word.
do with George Floyd.
Word.
Like, he a cop.
Yeah, it's different. He bleed blue, right? So they don't look at him as a white man, nigga. You a cop. You the op. So I can see a white man stabbed his ass. He ain't dead, so he be all right. He in prison. It happens.
He been quoting Paid in Full this whole episode. Devin's been quoting Paid in Full this whole episode. I'm just saying. First said people niggas lie every day, B. Then he just said niggas get stabbed every day, B. Yeah.
He be all right.
It's, people die every day. It's true. People die every day, B. It's a fact.
Oh my God. He didn't die though.
He survived. People survive every day too.
John, what's the cop name again?
Derek Chauvin.
You said what?
Derek Chauvin.
John, you be preaching free Derek until it's the other way around?
No, what the hell?
John be like free Derek until it's the other way around.
But it is what it is. Let's get into a music. Obviously, Fat Joe made a statement recently. It wasn't agreed with. Dev, what's your overall thoughts on it?
You said what?
Fat Joe made a statement. He was talking about samples. He made a statement. And obviously not everyone agreed with his statement, but he basically said Shoulder Lean by Young Dro and Lean With It, Rock With It by the franchise. No, was it that one? Yeah.
Yeah. Lean With It, Rock With It.
From the franchise boy.
They bit Lean Back.
Mm-hmm.
Fat Joe need to shut the fuck up.
They did. They bit that.
Because lean is a common word, period.
Is it really?
And when it comes to the South and the usage of the word lean, when you go UGK, Houston, Memphis, they've been using that word lean for something different, but it's in their vernacular. So the usage of the word lean doesn't mean you're trying to bite Fat fucking Joe. That's like motherfuckers say, if you use the word goat, you biting LL Cool J. Because LL Cool J had the rap and the greatest of all time and shit.
We're talking about in terms of sample. He's not saying they bit his idea. We're talking about in terms of sample. As you put a record out, all right, boom. You said you talk about the lean.
Here you go.
Bad Joe put a record out. Talking about, in his hook, he used lean in his hook, and basically stylistically, he was dancing with the hook. The dance went. The other two songs obviously use the word lean with it, but they are also using it in their hooks and with a dance with it.
Uh-huh.
So It's not.
Also, he said shoulder lean too.
Oh, yeah, it says shoulder lean.
But see, I could see
said lean with a rock
shoulder
with it,
lean
shoulder
more
with
than
it,
I
yeah.
could see lean with a rock with it. I could see shoulder lean because shoulder lean had that same now lean back and the shoulder. Let me see you bounce with you when
shoulder
you shoulder lean. It was a little bit more of like the similarities when you put those two songs.
He said because he used lean as a dance, then they're biting him because they use lean in regards to a dance too. Like that's what he's saying. So if you say shake with any dance, then you're biting somebody because shake is a word that's commonly used when it comes to different type of dance.
But it goes to if it's a popular song. So if I say shake and rock, automatically people will be like, oh, so you taking from Taylor Swift? Shake it up, shake it up.
Yeah, but then they say Taylor Swift took the Harlem Shake.
There you go.
So Taylor Swift took the Harlem Shake. She did. Like, come on, man, it's a fucking word, bro.
But the Harlem Shake wasn't technically used. That wasn't used as a song. It was the dance. You know, it wasn't used as a song.
But these songs are these are dances though.
Yeah,
Shoulder lean is a dance. Lean with a rock with is a dance.
It comes with it.
Lean back ain't shit. Lean back ain't really a dance.
It ain't really a dance, but it was the dance that went with his song. It's not a dance, but it's a dance because Fat Joe said it became a dance.
Johnny, show me the dance.
But it became a dance because he put it in the song.
Johnny, show us the dance.
Yeah, you want me to lean back? Like
again, look, I ain't taking shit away from Joe and how popular
you try to take
how
away
popular.
From
no,
it.
I'm not. No, I'm not taking away from how popular Lean Back was.
If Lean Back came on right now, would you dance to it?
No, that's man. I ain't dancing that damn song.
All you gotta do is
yeah, I'm not dancing to it unless I'm in a concert watching Fat Joe perform it. But if Lean with a Rock with it come on, my ass dancing. If Shoulder Lean come on,
Chicago,
I'm dancing.
But if you ask any Bronx nigga, New York nigga, especially Spanish, they gonna tell you that shit was. They still gonna do that shit.
Oh yeah, they gonna do it because it's nostalgic.
Right.
I'm just saying I ain't doing the shit. But
you're not from New York.
They ain't got shit to do with New York. It's just I'm not doing that dance.
There's a lot of New York dances that you won't do because you're not from New York, and that's one of them.
I won't do them because that first off, that ain't a dance. These New York dances, I don't do them because I don't know how to do them for the most part, and a lot of shit was alphabet people, Aunt Jackie and
first of all, it was Aunt Jackie, and don't
I
ever
said Aunt Jackie's
Aunt Jackie,
Aunt Jackie, and G5 or G9, G6, whatever they shit called. All them weak ass dances. 5,000 trash too. But all I'm saying is
here in Harlem time.
I wish I was because it looked fun. I ain't gonna hold you. It looked fun. It looked fun. All I'm saying is, yes, Joe, you had your moment. Have your moment. These guys had their moment. I don't think one has nothing to do with the other.
I think they do.
Because in that case, like I said, there's other words or verbs used when it comes to dancing.
Like what?
I just said shake.
Okay.
Twist.
Don't get nasty with me. I'm just asking what.
Like, I'm crazy. You said the word shake. What's the name of that song? It says shake a lot in the song.
Shit, shake it like a salt shaker.
That's another one.
Ludacris had a song with For Real. Shake it when you want it, when the bottom trying to take it. When the money like when it come get it. The neck to the nigga like, hey. That shit. Shake your money, make go.
Oh, I hated that song.
But what came before all those songs. You named recent the Two Hype Crew. They definitely use Shake their song.
Shake that booty, pop, take that booty, baby, take all that. Shake, pop, all these words.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but
another one. Pop another one. Like pop. Like pop it, drop it.
Why do you, I'm just asking. I'm not sure what you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
all these, pop like all these verbiage. Like these are words used in Black vernacular.
This is what I'm saying, but it's different when you put in the song because you heard that me and you have a conversation. We use, for example, you've been saying it all episode. Niggas die every day, B, and then Bree makes a whole song, and then now after she makes a song, people tap into people say she was influenced by Paid in Full, the movie. But now her song comes out. Now everybody making something.
But see, nobody said that though. Nobody said that. Nobody's contributed Lean Back to Lean With It, Rock With It, or Shoulder Lean. Joe's doing that.
Which one came out first?
I think Lean Back came out first. I'm not exactly sure.
That's the reason why he's saying it. That was because he feel like
I know exactly what he's saying.
That's why I brought up the point of the first one to do it.
But that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody's doing that or anybody said that because it's two different worlds. Dances are different. And so the influence seemed to be like no comparison. Joe's doing it 20 fucking years later. Bro, shut the fuck up. You got your record. Your biggest record.
Shoulder Lean and Lean With It, Rock With It both came out in 2006.
Say it again?
2006.
Both of them songs?
Yeah. And Lean Back.
Okay.
2004.
All right.
But
okay, and Kurt Cobain's had a song called "Lean in My Cup" in 2010. Like, who gives a fuck?
That's completely different. But we're not gonna act like throughout the history of music, we haven't heard people accuse people of swagger jacking and biting throughout the history.
No, I only want to hear about it. Like, who was I listening to the other day that they were saying they stole word from word of Jay-Z?
That was Rod Wave.
Right. Those are the ones that we care about, that the words are like exactly the same. Those are the ones that we be like, damn, why you took his swag.
Remember those days? I'm not a writer, I'm a biter.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. But
never remember those days.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When Dipset and them gay ass was coming at my guy Hove and shit.
Yeah, it was just Jay-Z. It was calling Jay-Z a biter because he was using Biggie's lyrics.
But again, that's the perfect example. Like, whereas you have complete sentences, whereas they're not even like, yes, they're doing their dance, but they're not like, now lean back, then rock, then lean back, then shake, lean back and go, lean back.
I said that
lean back.
But I just think he probably looks at it. He's the first one to use lean in the dance. I'm giving you the perspective. I don't know where he's coming from.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's doing, but nobody's talking about this, bro. Nobody's even making this fight. So shut the fuck up.
He's on his podcast. So.
Yeah, he want to have something to say, bro. Ain't nobody, Joe, be the great Joe.
It started with the samples. But that's how he felt. He let us know how he felt. You agree with it?
That's true.
That's how he felt.
That's his truth.
And everybody that was like, man, shut your ass up, Joe. You reaching.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in the comments, you're reaching.
Hey. Maybe he is. But in this music industry, people bite flows, bite lyrics, bite styles. It's something.
And I ain't heard nobody bite any of those from Fat Joe.
That's how you feel. That's how you feel.
The fuck?
That's how you feel. That's how you feel. keep it somewhat music. Beyonce said online criticism of I said North. Blue Ivy. Online criticism of Blue Ivy's performances at her concerts motivate her to want to become better and do better during these performances.
Good.
So I was mixed on this, right? So I had two feelings when I saw this, right? Yeah, one of the first feeling. The first feeling is, as a parent, I wouldn't want my child to read the negative comments online, because it does lower your self-esteem, and you are initially the person putting your child in the limelight, right? You're the one putting her on stage in front of millions of people, and so I wouldn't want her to read the negative comments. I think coming from me, it would have been better than her reading it from millions of people coming in the comments, because there's no pause button or no sensory on what people say online, right? But then I look at it at the other hand, it gave her the boost and the tough skin to then go back out there still after reading those comments and perform. And every time we saw Blue perform after the first one, she fucking killed that shit.
And I would say she killed it, but she gradually got better. And by the end of the show, you can see it's clear as day, because it's filmed, you see the gradual progression show to show. And I think, again, Beyonce and them saying that because them being in the limelight, they already prepared her for this. Like, look, because Blue, this is something Blue wanted to do.
Right.
And I've seen Jay-Z talk about how Blue said she wanted to do this. And they talked to her about this is what's going to come with this. And so if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. And sure enough, she started off. It wasn't the best. Of course, it's her first time performing. Not only just her performing, but being in front of a large crowd. Even if she practiced a million times, until you actually doing it, there's no way. Like, you could practice a million times behind closed doors and still get up on the stage for the first time and look like a beginner. So she got those jitters out, and she probably saw the comments and saw what people said.
But that's all I'm saying to you is, as a parent, if Dorian asks to be on stage with you, I don't think initially when he comes off the stage, you will let him read comments online, only because there's no sensory on comments when people are online. You ultimately, yes, you can tell him that performance wasn't good. We can make this better. We can do this. We could tweak this. But initially, you wouldn't let him come off that stage and read comments online. And again, it is no sensory. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why Beyonce and Jay-Z don't have social media.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
What I'm saying, but I feel like, again, a little to what Dev's saying, they live that life. They want to slowly start to prepare her, because regardless, it looks like she might take after her parents.
And she looked like she has aspirations to be an entertainer.
Yeah, so obviously, we know the world we live in. You could be the dopest person, someone's still gonna write some fucked up shit about you. So in Beyonce's mind, she's slowly preparing her. You know what I'm trying to say? I get what you're saying. She's still a child at the end of the day. Although seeing those negative comments that really affected her, but I think in this case, it looked like it helped her. You know what I'm trying to say? She read some fucked up shit, and it motivated her, and it fueled her. So, but I understand you want to protect the children. I understand that point, what you're saying. But they live famous lives, so that's a part of.
And again, and the thing with again, even with being a parent, I can want to shelter you from something, and I say, well, you need to do this and do that. That might not be the motivation for you to come back and do it again or want to do it again. Every kid is different. So in regards to what works for Blue might not work for every other kid. Me, again, I'm not going to shelter Dorian. You might shelter him. I'm not going to shelter him. I'm going to let him know, because I can be straight up, and I could sometimes be tougher than the people that's on social media. But I'm not going to shelter him from it, because he needs to be able to face those hard criticism. And being somebody that's Beyonce's child, Blue been getting it since Blue's been born.
Yeah.
So they've been prepping her
since she's been born. She's been a hashtag.
So they've been prepping her for quite some time, and I'm pretty sure before they even settled on her getting on the stage, they had these conversations with her about how this could potentially go. If she's ready for it, this is what comes for it. This is what might come from it. And if you still want to pursue it, then we're gonna go 100 miles and running. And some kids might take it negatively, but what's good for Blue and what's good about Blue, she solely took that as motivation. And I hope more kids can take those gripes and people having negative opinions of what they, and be able to use the hate that people send your way, use it for motivation to push you to be the better you, whether you are an entertainer or not.
What I'm saying to you is Beyonce and Jay-Z are two people who don't have social media, who doesn't really comment or ever read it. It's a little bit like you done sheltered the last two. You sheltered the last two completely. We don't see those two at all. And I'm not saying they Blue, but what I'm saying is in the same sense, you've kind of sheltered them into having, some kind of, no comments about them personally. I just personally don't think Blue should have read them. I think.
Yeah, but Blue's also at a different age than them kids. They still little. But yeah, she's the oldest. And even when she first was out, Beyonce, yes, they're very mystique with their social media, but they know what's going on. They know what's being said around them. They know what's being said about them. They're not active on social media. They're not active in the sense of they write in and comment and stuff like that, but they have social medias and have people running these channels, and they see what everybody is saying about them and their families and shit like that. Blue's at an age, whereas again, if she's pursuing this career, now, unfortunately, they have to start opening up those guards, because if she's going to continue a career in entertainment and her still just being a child, she's going to have to face these things. And I think in time, those other two, the twins, are going to eventually, as they get older, they can shelter them now, but at some point, they're going to become active in social media, and they're going to have to prepare them for what they might see and what people may say about them. So I think that's just the progression that they're having with their kids. And Blue's at that age where she wants to be an entertainer. Now we got to talk about these things. Now we got to see these things. You're going to come across these things. And she's a teen, I think now, right? Was she a teenager or close to it? I know she's a little older than Dorian. Yeah, I know she's a little older than Dorian. So she's going to be active on want to use social media and stuff like that. So they have to prep her. This is what you might see. And you being a young entertainer, people going to say nasty things and they're going to prepare. But again, good for Blue. She used that as motivation to make her show better, because again, by the end of that tour, you couldn't tell her shit. You couldn't tell her shit, and people look forward to Blue going crazy on her part, like, because she smoked it. So it's it's the kid, it's the parenting, all that plays a part in it. I just think because she's a entertainer, or seem to be growing in entertainment, they got to start preparing her for the troubles that come with it.
Yeah, it's understandable, because they are two of the biggest stars today. Two of the biggest. And they happen to be married to each other.
All time.
I say that too, yeah. Two of the biggest all time stars. Nice, yeah.
Gotta be trying to rob people. I swear.
How am I wronging them? How did I wrong them?
But then we'll say in the same breath, 50 Cent is a.
What does 50 have to do with this conversation?
Because that's who you would say. Oh, the best. You're the best.
I didn't say nobody. I said two of the biggest stars. 50 is one of the biggest hip hop names. Yes, he is. No, he really is. It's not about best. 50's name is one of the biggest names when it comes to hip hop. It's true. I'm talking about worldwide. A lot of these countries know who 50 Cent is.
That's a bit much.
No,
But
it's
okay.
not. It's legit the
Okay.
truth.
Okay. You believe that?
No, it's true.
Okay.
Best is different. I said Beyonce, Jay-Z was two of the biggest stars today. Dev corrected me, said two of the biggest stars all time. I was like, you can say that, yes. You can say they're two of the biggest stars all time. They are two of the biggest stars all time. Yeah. There's some mega stars.
There you go with his shit.
What? What'd I say?
All right. Nothing. You didn't say nothing. All right.
I said megastars. What was wrong with megastars?
Nothing. You got it. You got it.
Here, how about this? It's Michael Jackson and everybody else is in the same boat. There you go. I'll start
What
it
the
up.
fuck?
Yes, it's Michael Jackson. Everybody else is in the same boat because nobody's on his boat.
Okay.
He's on his
Yeah,
own.
they in different. Mike definitely got his own boat, but 50 ain't in the same boat with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I didn't say that.
You did. You
So
said.
no, you put everybody else in the boat together.
Right.
So I'm saying there's multiple boats.
Oh no. I said compared to Michael Jackson, they all in the same boat. They all look like the same boat to Michael Jackson.
Okay, yes, all right.
That's all I said. That's all I said. Now you're trying to get now.
But I'm just saying 50 in the speed, 50 in the 50 in the rowboat, and J and B in the yacht. So
I won't even say 50's in a rowboat. You know 50's not in a
okay,
rowboat.
he's in the speed, he in the speedboat then.
I understand. Talking about big. Where 50 at? What country you at right now?
I don't know, New Jersey.
No, he's not. He hasn't been in the States since like September.
Because he can't sell tickets here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he sold all his shows in America.
Yeah, if you performing at the local bodega.
But he did it though.
I heard he performed at the bodega he got shot at.
Yeah, what?
I heard he performed at the bodega he got shot at.
That's hilarious. But he did perform. Sold out the Barclays 2 nights in a row. All the big
bodega he got shot at.
sold them out.
And the bodega he got shot at. I heard it.
Oh yeah, he was just in India. That's where he was just at. He was just in India. That's currently where he's at, and that reason.
But we already know that rappers make more money internationally anyway. So that's something the legacy acts has always been able to do, travel abroad when it comes to touring. So good for 50.
Not everybody travel to the same countries though.
Probably not.
It's tiers, there's different tiers when it comes to the country.
Right.
But yo, all because I said this is crazy. All because I said Jay-Z and Beyonce was two of the biggest stars of today. That's crazy. I didn't say nothing wrong. That is the truth. That is the truth.
You got it, John.
That's crazy because I said, damn, y'all really trying to get at me after that.
Nobody's arguing with you.
Yo.
We're in agreement. We're all in agreement.
Well, I don't know if I'm in agreement with him. I'm just not gonna argue with him because he dumb. I don't know if we all in agreement.
I said something positive about them, and it's crazy.
You didn't say shit positive about them.
If
they heard what you said, if they heard that shit, they will fucking slap the shit out of you. Jay-Z will slap the shit out of you. I'm pretty sure he would slap the shit out of you. And I'll be laughing at him.
One of the biggest stars of today?
Yes. Jay-Z's more than that. Put some damn respect on his name.
No. Bree almost baited me because I was definitely about to stir the pot, but we're going to move on to the next. We're going to casually leave this and get to the next topic. We're going to get to the next topic, and speaking of, artists and their kids, it just recently went viral. T.I. and his family and his peoples went to the Atlanta Falcons game, and apparently things went a little left, and they got into it with their son King, and he's made like one or two posts about the situation. One of the posts he talks about he'll do $10K for an interview, but obviously there was a back and forth between Tiny, T.I., and their son King. What's your overall thoughts on that?
I'll let Devin start.
I'm seeing more and more. I don't understand it. I grew up a poor kid, and I wish my parents were able to afford me a life where I didn't have to deal with a lot of things I had to deal with being a kid in the bando, on the block, in the hood. And that's something to this day that I'm working extremely hard so my kid doesn't have to grow up under those same circumstances. Even if I don't make it to the T.I. level, but I just want my child's life to be better than mine. Therefore, they can make the lives of the next generation better. So what I find it hard, and something I just don't understand with a lot of these kids, like and maybe it's a Black thing, where it's like we try to equate realness with street. Like, you can't be a real nigga or a real person if you had a good upbringing, right? If your parents were able to afford you a decent lifestyle. And so that's what I see with this kid King, whereas Miss Pac-Man himself, as a young adult, is trying to portray himself to be something that he's not, because you just look at his age and compare that to how long his mother's been an entertainer, how long his father been an entertainer.
Obviously, Tiny was in the industry. She put in work.
Tiny's been in the industry since the early 90s.
Yeah, she was in the industry.
Gotta remember
She was in the industry.
Right.
We gotta remember that she's older than T.I.
Right. And so that's why I'm looking at timeline, right? Your family's been rich your entire life.
Right.
He's 18, 19. Your mother's been doing well for herself since the early 90s. Your dad started to flourish in the early 2000s. We are now in 2023. Your entire life, you have come up in wealth. And that's okay. Nor does that make you less of a man because you didn't grow up in the hood. And so this little idiot, or what it seems like from what I see on social media and things he says, there's a sense of like entitlement at one point, where on one side where it's like, y'all gotta give me this respect because of who I am and who my parents. But two, nah, they ain't did shit for me, and I'm earning my respect on my own type shit. And it's like, bro, we saw you grow up on fucking TV. We saw you at 5, 6 years old on a fucking TV show.
Which he would say that's
where he'll say it's all fake, and he used to go to the bando, go to grandma's house and all that and shit. But bro, you even with that, you was afforded an opportunity. So if you did grow up in the hood, on the weekends, you went to fucking Disney World every weekend.
Shit, Disney World, we wanted to go.
But you can go to Disney World every day, but you choose to go to the fucking Chuck E. Cheese on the block. Come on, he a fucking idiot based on what I've seen. and him talking all that, I stand on business and all that shit. What does that mean, bro? Because again, are you saying you're a stand-up nigga? Everybody can be stand-up. You don't have to be from the hood to be a stand-up real nigga.
A stand-up individual doesn't necessarily have to do anything with your financial gain.
And it's a lot of bitch-ass niggas in the hood. It's a lot of soft-ass, cake-ass niggas that grew up in the hood. Because you grew up in the hood, that equates you to being real? Right. No, it don't. So his whole trying to create this narrative as if financially he didn't have it. Yeah, I can see his parents not being there because you can be rich and then still not be a good, you could be rich and not be a good parent. So in that regard, if that's what he's saying, then you can't argue that because again, I can't talk to you about your experience as a child with these people as their parents. But one thing I can say is looking at you, looking at your siblings and what they say, looking at your family and the money that their resume has provided them, don't act like you was in the struggle, nigga. Because if you was ever in the hood, because that's because you chose to be there.
Yeah,
and you were given a
people that do not choose to be there.
And again, that's a choice. That's a choice. Right, exactly. That's a choice a lot of people don't have. Because if they had the option, nigga, they going home with T.I. and Tiny.
Right.
Every fucking day, 365.
I think, so me and you have had this conversation. I think that their story is they're allowed to tell their story. And I think, here's the thing. So I feel like what set Tip and Tiny off is when he went on Funny Marco and he said, I was always at my grandma's house and they would come and get me on the weekends when it was time to film. I think after that, Tiny and Tip have always been trying to defend, well, he used to cry to go to his grandma's house. He used to want to go there. I think he was crying all the time. And as a parent, we don't care if Dorian would cry or not. You staying here, you gonna stay in this motherfucking house and we gonna do what we gotta do. But I think what King is saying, there was no like, nah, you not going to your grandma's house, you staying here.
Yeah, they enabled his crying.
Right.
Go ahead. So you don't gotta deal with your crying.
Again, I'm not gonna downplay this boy's story in the sense of, that he's, that they weren't around or he didn't feel like he had parents or all he had was his grandpa. I'm not going to downplay that. I just think because watching the whole thing of when they started to argue, they the ones who asking him if he ever grew up with roaches in his ears and shit like that. And he's saying, no, but I was in the hood with grandma. Like I did stay in the hood with grandma. And then they go into defense mode of, well, you were staying there because you were crying and you wanted to have the pacifier and you wanted to be this and this and that and babied and this and this and that. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Like, it wasn't like he started off saying, I was born in the trenches. If you go back and look at the video, they basically asking him, did you ever grow up with cockroach going in your nose or in your face or in your ear? And he responds with, no, but I did live in the trenches with grandma.
But see, even with that, he's saying he in a bando. The bando is the hood, the ghetto, the streets, the roaches, the rats. And again, timeline. When you are a little boy, your family is rich. Is grandma really living in the fucking ghetto?
That's possible. Impossible. You hear stories of like people like they try to move certain families.
I sent you that video. T.I. did say she was living there.
Some family members refuse to leave where they whatever they call.
I'm saying in the sense of, if the neighborhood was extremely bad, the way he tried to make it seem like I'm in a bando, his verbiage, his words. If they got money, I don't think he going to grandma's house, but and that's why T.I. and them saying, did you have roaches in your ear? Did you have this? Basically saying, even where you was going ain't as bad as you trying to make it seem like it's the bando.
But they asked him that before he said it was the bando. Then he replied to them, but I stood in the bando with grandma. And their reply to him was, that was because you chose to, or because you cried for your pacifier, or you wanted to go. And again, what I'm saying to you is actually watching Neek talk about it. Neek did say a lot of the time she was in the hood, and I sent you the video of with her grandmother.
When you send me the video,
I sent you on TikTok where Neek is talking in the interview. I think I sent it to you, and she's basically saying yo, she was with her grandmother too, and there was times where she wanted to go, but again, these are these kids' story. I think what we taking from King is, yo, the point of the silver spoon in the mouth, I get 100%. But I think what he's angry about is that the capping is that you didn't live with grandma, and the reason why you lived with grandma is because of this and this and this and that, making excuses for why he was at grandma's house. So his anger comes from, and the reason why it gets so volatile, because they try to downplay why he was there with his grandma. Does that make sense?
But he don't ever say, other than him wanting to be there, that's the only reason why he was there. Because he kept saying, I wanted to be outside. I didn't want to be in the gates. So other than him not wanting to be there, he had a choice. Right. He was never saying, y'all was too busy for me. Y'all was this. Therefore, I had to stay with grandma.
But he does say in an interview with Tip, yo, there was nothing for us to do. Y'all wasn't here. There was no kids to be playing around.
That's fucking privilege. Because I saw that too. That's privilege, talking about it's all this land, no kids around. Nigga, you got siblings. You got everything. You have a big yard. That's when you give kids too much. Because again, because a nigga like me not having nothing, I had to be creative with playing with paper, playing with making up shit. This is a clear example of your privilege. There's no kids around. We just got open land and ocean. Right. That's privilege. You speaking, anybody hear you say that shit, they gonna say, nigga, you got a yard? Nigga, we ain't got no yard. We live in a big ass project building. Right. That's him. It's the ignorance in his.
I'm just saying his story ain't gonna be the same as yours. So his problems and issue is not ignorance to him. It's what he went through as a kid. What you may have gone through may be different than what he go through. That doesn't make his struggle of what he went through different. And again, we have to remember, Damani.
I don't like when people compare like struggles. Like everybody's struggle is different. Obviously,
Messiah wasn't there. You gotta remember Messiah and Damani.
I say he probably had struggles, but
they didn't live with
him.
Don't
get me wrong. Everybody got struggles.
Everybody got demons.
But again, everybody have demons, whether you got money or not. But we could only go by what he's saying. I'm not creating nothing based off nothing but what he's saying. In that interview you talking about, where T.I.'s telling him like, man, you making it seem like we had you in a hood somewhere. You wanted to go to grandma's house. You wanted to do this.
Right,
you was given that choice. And so him saying, what do you expect? I'm in this big house. Like, you're speaking, I get it. Yeah, you don't want to be lonely, but your loneliness is, you're speaking from a privileged space, because those kids in whatever neighborhood grandma was up in, I'm pretty sure a lot of them would rather take the comfort of having that peace, being in that gated community with the car and pool.
They would have loved to went to his house.
Because I'm pretty sure a bunch of them kids say, let's swap then.
But just because you have a big house and in a gated community doesn't mean there's love there.
That's why I said he's speaking from privilege. Although all that is true,
I think also
that's still speaking. His examples is still speaking from a privileged point.
So would you rather have a big house with a big fence and not be loved in that house, or you rather be somewhere that you love?
But he didn't say y'all didn't love me. He said I wanted to be outside. I wanted to play football. I wanted to play with the kids.
Right. So
that ain't got nothing to do with him not being loved.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
that in the house, that means.
I'm sorry, Brie. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm listening about these. Y'all said a lot. I mean, I feel like some of it also stems. I feel like from if you look at like their back and forth, is I feel like he. Not saying from what I've seen in the interview, I feel like he felt like they was downplaying his toughness with what they were saying. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you ain't really, like, not saying that he's not, but them saying, oh, you're not really tough. You have silver spoon. You ain't wake up with a roach in your ear or a roach. I feel like in that aspect, he also took it as like they was challenging his like toughness because that's something he didn't go through, which is a fact. You know, that's something he didn't go through.
And at the same token, he equated his toughness to being in the bando. So he's doing the same thing they doing in reverse, because they saying you didn't grow up in these neighborhoods, so why you talking tough like you did? But he also saying, hey, drop me off in any neighborhood and I'ma stand on business, do all that and shit. Bro, what does that mean? Because again, you are ignorant in thinking this is how you could equate yourself to be a man and being real by being ignorant, because these people in these neighborhoods are not doing the right thing. So because you can infiltrate that space, now that make you a real nigga? That's why they looking at him like, bro, you sound dumb. Because we experienced this stuff with no choice. We had to.
But Tiny never experienced that.
Oh, I'm just saying, the people that were speaking about growing up with roaches and stuff like that, I don't know Tiny's life. So I don't know if at one point how she grew up as a kid.
I mean, just watching the Tiny and Toya show when it was on TV, Tiny never really had that type of lifestyle. So she's not allowed to talk about it either if you want to get down with it.
Yeah, but she can talk about it in the sense of, she ain't saying, yeah, she can say like, she can still tell him, you didn't grow up like this.
Right,
like,
but her doing the commentary with Tip is saying, you didn't grow up with this and you didn't grow up with that either. So it's like, you let Tip talk, because to me, it seems like Tiny has played a part into this whole thing. And so to me, it seems like every time he says something, and I told you this the other day, it feels like she is now being defensive on her motherhood. So it gets a little carried away because she's getting defensive on her motherhood, because it seems like he's downplaying, like, yo, I was at my grandma's house. I wasn't with y'all. I wasn't fucking with y'all. I was at my grandma's house. Mm-hmm. And so people now looking at her like, and a lot of the TikToks are now on King's side, because it's like, yo, so you telling me he was still on the posse and y'all was allowing him and enabling him as parents to go there because y'all just didn't want to deal with this boy.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, y'all see him going down this spiral. Now you want to act like, oh, you embarrassing the family. When King, to be honest, have been embarrassing the family for a few years now. This is nothing new. So why is it now affecting y'all? Because he's saying he's still with his grandma? So now it's getting ugly because now he's saying he never lived with y'all. He lived with his grandma. You get what I'm saying? I see where you're coming from with the silver spoon.
But he's been embarrassing them. But there hasn't been no altercation between them. He was live with them. So like,
but that's what I'm saying. The altercation happened when he starts naming him staying with his grandma.
No, I'm saying that he's been saying shit, but they haven't been. Maybe they addressed it in private, but this was the one time where he put it on live, whereas those conversations probably been addressed privately, where he made it publicly. by going live and talking this shit. So I'm pretty sure these conversations, because he had been doing shit the last couple of years with trying to seem to be tough or whatever, building his career as a rapper, thinking this is the image he has to portray in order for him to make it in rap. I'm thinking most of the time these conversations already being had, but it's behind closed doors. Yeah. It's just now, because he went live, now it's...
I'm just saying, Neek has said the same thing, that she lived, you know, not in the big house and with her grandma majority of her time too. And she says she cried herself to sleep a lot of the times wanting her mother. And I get what you're saying, but one person's struggle, it may not look like a struggle to us because they got money and they could afford a lifestyle and give them certain things. That doesn't mean the struggle of not having a parent there is not the same or equated to a struggle.
Yeah, again, that's true. That means, again, I hear you, but also I be calling bullshit on a lot of times, because again, a lot of times people make struggles, and we all human, so we all face some form of struggle. But I'm only speaking about him.
Okay.
Only speaking about him. Whereas what you are trying to portray yourself to be, we know that you still being young, you have other option. There's other choices for you.
Right.
That's afforded to you, but you choose to go this way, so you a dumbass. That's like when you see celebrity kids do dumb shit, get caught up in the wrong situations, get caught up in legal matters and all that, when there's other choices out there for you. Whereas kids growing up in these neighborhoods, there's no other choice. And they wish that they could have the opportunity to have another choice. Whereas you, a young man with no record, no criminal record, want to put yourself in a position or in a light that can be detrimental to your livelihood and your well-being, when you do have another choice. Regardless of what you've been through as a kid, you're a young man now. And you still are afforded these opportunities. So why not take these opportunities?
Right.
Why continue to try and I'm a go back to the hood because I need to demand that respect. I need everybody to feel like I'm real. You got them big ass teeth in your mouth because of what your family was able to afford for you. Because you ain't selling no fucking records. That's my issue.
And honestly, National Basketball plays a role in it, because he's also someone that's trying to prove himself. Maybe he's not taking the best route to do it, but he's also someone that's trying to prove and say someone that he can stand on his own 2 feet. Obviously, he has his parents, that's who are his parents are, but he wants to be recognized for what he does. Obviously, he's young, still got time to do things,
right?
Make something and be recognized for what he does. But at the moment, he's going to be recognized as T.I. and Tiny's child, because
right. But see, and again, that proves my point. T.I. and them got other kids that's doing their own thing, and it's not in a negative light. You can when you have somebody who family that casts a shadow like that. Yes, I understand it is hard to come from under that, but he has living examples right next to him in his own siblings.
They also had different mothers.
They all had, and I'm pretty sure situation is different. But again, it's not them. None of them trying to be tough. None of them trying to be a gangster.
Right.
Whereas he can be his own man. I'm for that. But it's the route in which he's trying to get there.
I think what he's trying to say, because I saw like a clip, he's trying to just say like they had their mothers around 24/7. They may not have Tip around all the time, but they had the love of a mother 24/7. Like their mother was afforded to be there as a parent and guide them 24/7. What a lot of people saying is Tip and Tiny weren't there for King, Major, and Neek.
Yeah.
Tiny technically would choose to go on tour with Tip and leave those kids. So technically, King didn't have that parent there raising him consistently, showing him there is another way, there is something else. And now as an adult, y'all want to tell him that it's hard to take it as an adult, if that makes sense.
But he also has his younger brother, Major, who's about to be a fucking rocket scientist.
Right.
Same space as him with the grandma, same situation.
But see, the thing is, we don't know if Major's feeling that too. We don't know if Nick and King are the only two people that I have come out and talked about it, Devin. But we don't know if that's Major's struggle too. And if Major was to come out and say, well, yeah, I feel the same way King and Nick feels, are you going to say, well, that struggle is fucking crazy?
No, what I'm going to say is if Major comes out and say that and be like, now I'm going to be a gangster, or now I got to prove how tough I am, because I don't see the young lady trying to be street or whatever and shit. She ain't trying to be Sexy Red or nobody and shit. Neek or whatever the heck her name is. Again, I'm talking about the image of who he's trying to portray himself to be. Whereas you are afforded to do something different. All these kids situations, you take different things from these situations. Everybody is different, but you still, regardless of what you've been through, you are still afforded another route. But you choose to go back.
But you know firsthand, growing up in the same house with somebody doesn't mean all your kids are gonna come out the same. Period. So what one or two could come out this way, the other two could come out that way. You know, personal hand that's you can be raised by the same people. So Major can have the same mom and dad and be a totally different person. Neek can have the same mom and different dad and be a totally different person.
Right.
King could have the same mom and dad and be a totally different person, and you know that. And in the house, you can teach them the same shit across the board. Now, what you choose to do is what you choose to do.
Right.
And I'm not agreeing with. Listen, I'm not agreeing with King.
And if I had a dad that lived in the south suburbs, I'm going to the fucking south suburbs than the south side of Chicago. So miss me with that, because I ain't going back to that shit. I don't care how many kids over there. And none of my broke ass siblings would be in the south side of Chicago dealing with the shit we had to deal with growing up versus having an outlet. We had to deal with it because we had no other choice. But if we had another choice, we would have chose that. So for you to have the other choice and say, nah, I like spending weekends over here. Like I said, I go to Disney World on weekends, but I'm gonna go get myself into some bullshit over here.
But he never said he got it. But in that interview, he said, I like to go outside and play with the kids. I like to play football. I'm saying in the system because over the last couple of years, he's been getting himself in trouble. So that's why I'm saying, like, the company try and keep the places that you try to put yourself into. Now, whether as a kid you were playing with the kids, but now you're going back because you're talking about, I be in a bando, I stand on business. That type of energy is the negative. He's saying now, like, yo, I just go home, I go to grandma's house, I be hanging out with, friends I grew up with, we used to play football with. I'm just comfortable being over there.
Even past that, if he was just saying, yo, I'll be outside, it wouldn't be looked at a little, it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? Anybody, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
it's him glorifying the hood. That's the issue. He's glorifying it when people that's really consumed by it, ain't no glory over here.
Because it's some type of validation when it comes to like a validation that comes from just being from the hood.
And that's why I said, I think that's a black thing, because we the only one, when you don't grow up in the hood, I see too many trying to aspire to be accepted by the hood niggas. These niggas ain't got nothing. We saw that at Berkeley. Perfect example, college.
It's a
All
little.
the motherfuckers, all these silver spoon kids talking about they blood and Pyru and all this and shit. Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck.
Don't look at me like that because you know what name came to my mind. So don't look at me like
all
that.
these niggas like that be that. That's that goofy shit. Y'all too grown for that shit. She ain't talking about you, but motherfucker, you know them people I'm talking about.
No, I thought I said, are you talking to me? Because she said, don't look at me. I don't. Look, I'm on camera, so it looks like she's looking at me. She could be looking at me like.
I am talking to you. I am fucking talking to you because the minute you looked at me, you laughed.
I was laughing. You see, I was correct, Dev. I don't know what name I don't know what name Bree was thinking about. I have no clue what Bree was thinking about. Don't put that on me.
Whether you know it, you have witnessed it. All these niggas, in White Plains, West
life outside of like college thing. I just witnessed that in life. You know,
it's like, come on, bro. Why are you trying to? You ain't proving yourself to be more of a man by trying to humble your beginnings, bro. I'll say shit. My mom had a good ass job. My dad had a good ass job. We had this, we had that. That ain't my story. But if I wish it was, because we had some rough motherfucking times.
I understand, yeah, because you had a good, don't necessarily, I don't know. It doesn't make you obviously they say, you know, when you go through tough times, obviously it helps build character and whatnot. But even if you have it good, you can still
fuck that. I don't need the character. Give me the money.
You can still end up being a good person. You can still have your trials and tribulations. You just
that's what I'm saying. We have good and bad. We have good and bad people in the hood. We got good and bad people that come from humble beginnings. We got good and bad people that come from better conditions. It's okay. It's all about the person. Yeah, like my wife said, it's what you take from it, right? So again, when you have a financial leg up, I don't never want Dorian to be going to spots that's lesser than where I had him. It's like, bro, we supposed to move up.
It's just it's a little back.
That's the case.
Hov did that. So hopefully you won't have to go through that.
So if that's the case, then you don't let your kid, no matter how much they cry, go back to where you took them out of. So no matter how we can sit here and we could say it's king, but at the same token, then T.I. and Tiny should have never left.
They definitely responsible for creating that monster. They not exempt from creating that monster because again, y'all gave him the space to be like, I was in grandma's house. When it's like if you tell the whole story, well, nigga, you went there because you wanted to be there. Like you had a choice. You could have, but we didn't want to deal with your crying ass. And so we let your spoiled ass go stay with grandma if you wanted to. Like,
but then that still makes you bad parent.
Oh yeah, that
it doesn't change the fact that you
listen, entertainers don't not to just entertain.
Right. That don't make them good parents, but that don't change the fact that you have a choice. You have a choice that a lot of people ain't got, and that ain't gonna change for King.
Yep, and sometimes like
you'll always have a choice that a lot of people ain't afforded. And that's a good thing.
Let's see when he sits down and do this interview.
And that's a great thing to have.
Some people be moving backwards in life. It's fine. You start off good, it's good for you. And keep
that's great. That's a great thing.
You know, keep it going.
We got there's always 3 sides to the story. But
that is true. We've gave enough to this topic. Let's talk about Johnny. Johnny this, Johnny with the games. Yeah.
Cause you be wasting time not saying shit, nigga.
Right. But let's get into.
You say a lot of nothing.
No, it's not true at all. I say a lot of something.
Took you 15-20 minutes to take fucking 6 movies.
Word. That's what I said.
You really want to talk shit?
It took me 6 movies. I can't think of a title of a movie.
It took you 20 minutes.
I said, but I'm not even saying anything.
Well, this shouldn't take that long.
But let's get into an ASO review for those who haven't watched it. Welcome to the Good Burger home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Devin, don't say shit about Good Burger because I'm gonna ask this motherfucker questions, and he better fucking know what
I
happened in
watched the
the
movie.
fucking movie.
I did watch the movie.
Because
I said,
all right, so then you have no problems with answering certain questions that happen in the movie that only you will know if you watch the fucking movie.
that's not true because I'm not gonna lie. That movie.
Nah, nigga.
I watched the movie though. I watched it, but
He froze.
Go ahead, ask him. Go first question.
So what happened to Keenan and Kel when Keenan came back?
He said Keenan and Kel. They're Dex and A.
No. Keenan and Kel to me.
my man, I was about to call him Cal. Jesus Christ, bro. He hit him with the car. He ran my man's over and he flipped and landed in the car perfectly. No injuries.
Who was the girl to Keenan? Who was the young girl to Keenan?
That was his sister.
Who was the young girl to Keenan?
The young girl at Good Burger. What was the relationship between her and Dex?
That wasn't his sister. So that wasn't his sister. I thought that was his younger sister.
You a lie. You didn't watch the movie.
I did watch the movie. That was
his niece.
That was his niece. That was his sister's daughter.
That's semantics. That is semantics.
Fine. Who played Keenan? Who
sister?
played Kel's? Who played Kel's son? What movie or what show do you know?
The Shy.
Well, that's actually that, but that's on the commercials though.
Is it?
Yeah, they showed him in the trailer.
He sounded just like him. He looked like him. He talked just like him in the movie.
Okay, who was the antagonist in the movie?
A relative of the guy. Bro, listen. Good Burger 2, literally, I'm gonna give you a quick review. Good Burger 2, y'all gonna hate what I say, is the same exact movie as one, it just doesn't have the whole nostalgia of the legendary of it coming out first. It was the same movie. It was dead
No,
as
it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't.
Nah, it was. Everything was dead as they just added some new technology. It was all the same shit.
So it wasn't because they didn't have the love story.
Right. There was no love story.
There was no love story. There was rarely any action outside of Good Burger.
Right.
Yeah, they tried to bring back the old characters, but
and why was that nigga still alive after beating the freezer?
The Nickelodeon cameos.
Right.
But
because they're the only jobs they can get.
But why he was still in the freezer and still alive?
Well, technically,
right, and 30 years, yeah, where it's the Cairo, what is it called? The cryogenic chamber.
You ever watch Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, right. So when you free somebody, you keep them. Oh, but he's still 40 though.
Yeah, he aged.
He aged though. He's like, when you freeze, you stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga 40, so he was thawed out at some point to age.
But let's not listen. I don't like how they portrayed Dex in this. I don't like that they made him a con man. I don't like they kept his character as this con person. I would have loved to see both of them happily married with kids,
right? And
the kids are now in the situation and they helping their kids get out of it.
But that's what John's saying. It's the same movie because they kept it true to who Dex was.
The same thing. They was the same.
There was no growth in the characters. Like
it was like certain shit that happened. It was just altered. It was just the 2023 version. I feel like
they took the basic storyboard from the first one and updated it.
Yeah,
this was just a really bad movie.
The first one actually had certain scenes. You know what I'm trying to say? It had certain scenes. It was like I would say the first one probably had a little more depth. than this one.
And they had more character development in the first one.
Yeah. But like I said, Keenan's character, you gotta be calling him Keenan Kel, but Keenan's character was kind of like, that's how he moved in the first one. He moved like someone that was, that's how he moved in the first one. Like you said, you would have thought they would have gave him like shit. Kel would have been smarter. Keenan would have been doing good.
No, he was smarter in this one. I feel like Kel in this one, they gave him more of like, they kind of changed his character. He was smarter in this one. Because in the old one, he would have never been mad at Keenan. Even when Keenan sold his like special sauce, he wasn't mad. This one, when they all got fired, he looked at Keenan and he looked at Kel. Kel looked at Keenan and was like, damn, you said that we wasn't going to lose our jobs. You said that we wasn't. It was like the disappointment that we didn't see.
Yeah, he's like, I wish I didn't listen to you.
Right. We never.
I say that point. I feel like in the first one, with them losing the source, I think Kel knew like they could lose it. You could take the source. We still had Good Burger, and everyone would still be there. Now, fast forward to part 2, everybody lost their.
No. When they took the good sauce in the first one, they was gonna lose Good Burger. Good Burger was gonna close down.
Yeah, but they all got locked up. They went to.
They was gonna lose. So it's the same plot. They was gonna lose Good Burger no matter what. I think in this one, we just saw a serious, like we saw his development in his character. I didn't feel that when we got to Keenan. I just didn't feel it. Or Dex. I didn't feel it. I'm sorry. And I think it was booty. I think
the jokes was lame. It wasn't funny. It was the same movie, but it's bad. It's like a really bad version of the first movie.
And I'm mad my boy from The Shy was on there. I'm so disappointed he took that role.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he wanted to be part of something nostalgic.
Yeah, unfortunately, he missed that ship. That ship sailed when we were kids.
Yeah, this ain't a good look.
Yeah, he
obviously could have been
quitted The Shy. He quitted The Shy to do this shit. So, boo.
Maybe
ratings.
Maybe he's properly compensated.
That's possible. That's definitely possible.
Ratings.
But when it comes to the shit, the shit. What's the shit rating again? How we do the shit rating?
The more shits, the more shits, the worse. The less shits, the better. So basically,
okay.
So 5 stars means it's good. 5 shits means bad. If we do it out of 5, 5 shits means bad.
And what did we do? We did out of 4, right?
Yes, I think it was out of 4. We've been doing it out of 4. So
4 shits is really, really shitty. 1 shit is okay. 2 shits is stinky. 3 shits is funky. No, 4 shits is.
So how many shits do you give it?
I'm giving it 4 shits. It's a bad movie.
I love
I give it 10 shits.
No, know what they could do? Know what they could do?
They can't do shit.
No.
They didn't leave it in the toilet.
No, know what they could do? They did Good Burger too. That's fine. Do Keenan and Kel. I think they have more room. They have more room to actually for it to be more successful than Good Burger. I think they have more room.
I don't want to see their dumbasses on the screen.
Yeah, I want to see Keenan and Kel drinking soda and shit. He gonna have diabetes. He in his 40s. Like,
I don't want to see them in no movies. I don't want to see them together. I think leave what we had in the past. Leave it in our childhood. This particular shit, they can leave in the childhood. Okay? It was garbage. Garbage.
Oh, I'm not
20
shits. I'm not
It was bad. I was upset that I had to watch it. I felt like it was 3 hours. I felt like I was sitting here for 3 hours. I swear to God. I asked Derek.
That movie felt like it was never gonna end.
Yo, it did. It felt like, we were sitting here watching that shit
That shit was an hour and a half.
Was it?
It was an hour
No,
and a half.
it wasn't. It felt like, yo,
I do say when it ended, I felt like it just ended abruptly. Like it just ended.
thank God, because
Shout out
if
to
it didn't end, no shout out to Keenan and Kel. No shout. They should have brought back Sinbad. That's what is Sinbad still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
But remember, he's been dealing with sickness. I don't think he'll be able to film.
He's been ill, right?
All right, I'm done with that. Don't ask me to watch shit from Nickelodeon if it's not even the Rugrats. If they remake the Rugrats, I wouldn't even fucking watch that shit.
Well, they got the Rugrats TV show,
And that shit look crazy. They look creepy. They look scary. They look motherfucking scary. Have you seen that shit? Yeah,
it's like 3D.
What else
Is that
can
what it is?
Nickelodeon remake from our childhood?
Shit.
They could bring back that cast.
Shit.
I mean, they could always do all that with new kids, but they've tried that, but because motherfuckers so woke and freaky, that ain't work out long. In regards to Nickelodeon movies, I can't really think of many.
Can we have another remake of Disney movie?
Don't you ever watch that?
Can we have a remake of Cheetah Girls?
That's Disney.
I think it's still early for Cheetah Girls.
It's still early?
I think so. Raven's still working on Disney and shit.
She could be in
Cheetah Girls came out before Raymond Simone's show came out.
No, it did not. It came out after.
The first Cheetah Girls
was on. Yeah, she was already on. She was already That's So Raven.
Yeah.
That's why they were able to do Cheetah Girl.
Cheetah Girls came out before That's So Raven.
No, it didn't. Cheetah Girls came out after.
Before I Google it, what year That's So Raven came out?
I don't know. I gotta Google it.
But I know Cheetah Girls came after it because then, what's her name? Adrena.
That's So Raven came out January 17, 2003.
Who?
That's So Raven.
2003.
Yeah.
Cheetah
Cheetah
Girls.
Girls came out. The first one.
August 15th, 2003.
See? That's So Raven was first. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They were able to do it because of the popularity of That's So Raven and Raven Simone as the character. And you already know when Disney do their movies, it's always from the show, and then you get your own little TV film and shit that you star in. Like that's how it was back then. And you get a record and all that and shit. You sign Disney records so you could be on the Disney radio. That was the Disney like blueprint.
Because Nickelodeon redid Zoe 101. They did a movie for them. That shit sucked.
Because remember, on That's So Raven, the singer.
What's that? Adrena.
Right. She used to be on That's So Raven.
Right. She was the mean girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what Johnny's talking about. Johnny, you gonna argue with me?
Really watching.
Right. You argue with me, and I was a cheetah girl. I thought I was a cheetah.
John probably was a cheetah girl too, though.
He wasn't a cheetah girl. He was the white boy that act like he was black. I was a cheetah girl fanatic. I had it on my iPad.
For one of these years, for Comic-Con, we should go as cheetah girls.
No, I don't want to go with cheetah girl. I'm gonna relive my life. My childhood.
And then we just have a little speaker, and then we just start performing that song, Slay My Own Dragon, or whatever that song
Let's
called.
ask in the comments, what Disney or Nickelodeon movie you think they should remake next? I say Cheetah Girls.
I mean, it'll work, because Raven definitely be in it as like the parent and her daughter and all this. But knowing this world, let me shut up. What movie y'all want to see made? Remake? I don't know.
Remake. No Nickelodeon movie, because Nickelodeon don't do good with remakes.
I can't really think of many Nickelodeon movies though.
Zoe 101.
I'm talking about from our era.
They didn't have movies.
They had
Nickelodeon.
They had cartoon movies.
Yeah, Ken and Kel had like a little. They had like a movie special.
They had the TV like an hour episode where it's like a TV special.
But they did have the Rugrats.
But that's what I'm saying.
Recess movie.
Nickelodeon had all the animated movies.
Right. I don't want to see animated movies remade.
They had the Rocket Power. They had the Wild Thornberries.
I don't want to see cartoon movies remade. I want to see human.
Yeah, Disney got all the movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, Disney had Even Stevens had his movie. Who else?
They
Elizabeth
could make
White
they
had
could
her
remake
movie.
even Stevens.
With Shia.
No.
You have to push
I mean, the
Shia.
sister.
No, I'm saying like they could remake even Stevens' show.
Oh yeah,
They could
do that.
remake
Yeah,
Phil of the Future show.
they could do that too. Yeah, they could.
Listen.
They could.
The only reason I disagree with Disney doing that shit because
Phil of the Future, they definitely can do.
they can remake Disney can remake all of it, but
They did Girl Meets World, and that was popular.
It was.
yes, but it was too childish. I watched
It
it.
wasn't.
No, it
You
was
didn't
too,
watch
it was
Girl Meets
too
World.
mature. That's
Yes,
why.
I did. Yes,
You
I
did.
did. No, yes, it was.
You did not watch Girl Meets World.
No, that shit.
You did not watch Girl Meets
You didn't
World.
watch. If you did, you didn't watch it long because that shit got real mature real quick.
You didn't watch Girl Meets World. You didn't watch Raven's House.
Oh, I didn't watch when Raven came back. I didn't watch it.
You don't be watching these shows. Go
No,
to the left.
Watch these shows. I didn't watch the Raven. Girl Meets World was childish. With Sue Kennedy.
You childish. You fucking childish.
Maybe that first season. But
I love Girl Meets World.
That shit got turned up real quick.
What the fuck are you talking about? Girl Meets World was a good movie. I mean, good show.
Yeah, that shit got turned up quick.
I am a fan of the universe. I enjoyed it, but I felt it was 97.9% catered to children.
It's a child show. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for you.
So that proved my point. That proved my point.
What the fuck are you watching it for? It was for the fucking kids. It wasn't for you.
The shit we watched. It's a continuation of what we watched.
It doesn't matter. It wasn't fucking for you. It was for little kids. It wasn't for you, stupid.
Sean, Feeny, Eric, and all of them come from us.
We done with this conversation. Comment down below which remake you will want to make it.
I love Boy Meets World.
The Feeny when
Eric came
when
back,
his brother, right, he was like Feeny, Feeny.
Like I said, I love that show. Off the strength of me loving the show, I watched the remake. I just felt like it didn't.
Okay.
I watched the interactions with Sean, Topanga, and obviously my man's Corey, but it is what it is, man. That being said,
all right.
Like, comment, subscribe. Also, just let us know how y'all feel about everything we conversated about today, what we discussed. But that's a wrap on a brand new episode of another Shitty Opinion podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Bree, and my guy Dev, the host in the back.
Yo.
Out.